Okay. Hello and welcome, folks, to another Wildcard Wednesday with Eliza. I am not reading what's happening on the screen right now. There was a technical difficulty in the beginning of this stream today, and my audio was not coming through. So I have backed up just a hair. All right.
Evelyn?
It really was
Nice
a small
building.
amount, so we're just going
thank you.
to start this again.
I designed it myself. It's funny, I almost didn't notice that you were already back working for Skanda. You might have stayed undetected, but I was looking at some of our statistical outliers earlier this morning.
Statistical outlier. That's me.
Ideally, Eliza proxies would all perform the same, or at least quite similar to each other. In practice, there are some pretty big differences. Some people respond better to advice provided to them by people they perceive as having more authority. A deeper voice, a taller stature, a certain grace or beauty. Other proxies may be particularly empathetic. A face or a voice that makes you want to open up. There was one proxy whose sessions seemed particularly effective, so I decided to take a closer look. Evelyn Ishino Aubrey, contract proxy, Queen Anne office. That's a fun trick, to come back to your old company in secret. It's a rather dramatic drop in pay, isn't it? More than an order of magnitude.
I don't care about that.
But then why would you do it?
It's for research.
Research? So you're still interested in what you created? Let me get to the point. Why aren't you back here, working on the Eliza program?
Why isn't any of the old team back?
Good question. Let's see. Damien Seabrook. There's no helping that. Shame, though, for such a brilliant career to be cut so short. Soren Lloyd Rose, the former program manager, resigned just last week to found his own startup. Very cute. I'm not a psychoanalyst like he is, but I can tell his need to be a maverick, even as he benefits from the system, has been the primary destructive force in his life. He can be smart when he wants to, but just as often he gets the wrong ideas and refuses to let them go. His ego gets in the way. That's why I don't mind him leaving to pursue his little dream of being an entrepreneur, changing the world. He won't succeed, but I'm happy to let him think he has independence for now. If his direct nerve stimulation technology ends up taking off, I can always pull the cord and yank him back. Nora Plavnicki, senior engineer. She handled a lot of the front-end interface for Eliza, which is important, but less what I'm after. Plus, I doubt she's ideologically compatible with us anymore. You've spoken with her. You know how she is now. Seems to me she wants to rebel against everything and anything without stopping to consider whether it's truly good or bad. Not that it matters. I hope she's having fun playing with her electronic music toys. I know she would consider her work to be art, but, well, who am I to judge? And then there's you, Evelyn. You simply dropped away. Gone for 3 years. Why?
People keep asking me that.
All right, so when I had initially started the stream, I took this moment to explain where we were in the story and sort of summarize the events that had occurred. And I'm not going to do that again because one of the other things that was lost in the fact that my audio setting for Streamlabs was set to my headset mic because I've been playing around with it trying to figure out off stream how to get Red Dead to run. So I had forgotten to change the microphone back, but during all of my talking, I was also saying that I am in a lot of pain right now. So this might be a shorter stream. I might be able to distract my way through it for a couple of hours. But I am definitely not up for reiterating everything. So we're going to move on. Basically, where were you? Or why did you... I don't like this guy. He's very smarmy and cocky. So I am thinking I don't want to give him any information. That seems defensive because he also seems like he was analyzing Soren in a sort of clinical way, and I don't want to give him that. So I'm just going to say I don't want to give him the opportunity to analyze me. So I'm gonna say it's personal.
It's
Club,
personal.
hello!
Burnout isn't uncommon in our line of work. Still, 3 years is...
Club, thank you so much for hanging out and coming and joining us for a bit today. I'm so pleased. Angel and I were talking earlier and sharing just how you just coming occasionally and showing up and chilling with us. It's a very nice thing. So we appreciate your companionship. And Blobbity Blah's here as well. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to you, my fine friend. I hope you are doing well. All right, this feels... We don't know what the hell is going on in this situation. This is the first scene in which it was implied that Evelyn here actually was trying to go... She wasn't simply looking for a job and happened to land a job with the... utilizing the software that we were surprised to find out that she had a hand in creating. It turns out now, in this little scene, we find out that she... he's implying that she did it on purpose and she has some kind of ulterior motive. So, I don't know what the hell's going on. What's going to be the big dramatic plot point here? Is it going to be what happens if you buck against the Eliza's scripting? That's what I initially thought it was. And then it was what's going to happen with the dream therapy technology that Soren is developing. And now in this scene, it's, well, what is she up to with sneaking in here and trying to get under the radar? So let's, again... We want more information. I feel like this would deliver us more information, but... It feels like more than she would be willing to give him. We're going to go with a long time.
A long time, I know.
Well, that's a shame, though, isn't it? All that lost productivity. Who knows where we'd be if you'd stayed this whole time? You left before we began deploying. But you should know the analysts were very skeptical of us. They were saying there was nothing special about Eliza, that our competitors already had equivalent or better offerings. It's a good thing I don't listen to analysts. So far, the program's growth has exceeded every one of our targets, and we've outpaced the competition by a comfortably wide margin. We're a category definer. There's a quality to Eliza that makes it superior to all the other attempts to do something similar. You were part of the original team. Why don't you tell me what that quality is?
Ugh. You know what? I think I'm going to say I'm not really sure what you're asking, simply because I don't like the fact that he asked the question. I wouldn't know it's false modesty. I wouldn't know. No, that's garbage. But this is a little bit more defensive, I think, and... I'm going to want him to give me more before he gets anything out of me. That's really what I mean here. Also, in the hellos that are happening in channel here, Club is, Angel is saying, hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. And Club is saying, my Wednesday was wonderful. It's already Thursday. So this reminds me of this silly, little, ridiculous thought that my brain has run with. And it's that as I get older and older, I'm gonna move backward across time zones so that I get an extra handful of hours out of my life. It totally makes sense in my head as the most stupid and ridiculous sort of magical thinking that I really enjoy. Encouraging. All right, anyway. It's Thursday. It's so weird. Okay, here we go.
I'm not really sure what you're asking.
Well, let me return to my earlier question then. Why aren't you here to continue your work? You could be running the entire Eliza division if you wanted, but instead you came back undercover like a criminal returning to the scene of a crime. Is there something wrong with this company? You don't like us anymore?
Oh, I don't
It's
like
not me,
him.
is it?
It's not me, is it? How is she supposed to answer that? You know what? Fuck him for asking. Maybe that's part of it.
Maybe that's part of it.
You know what outstanding engineers have that mediocre ones don't?
Drian,
It's
hello.
curiosity. Mediocre engineers tend to zero in on a single piece of the puzzle. They pursue technical breakthroughs, but ignore the larger picture. But you wanted to know how Eliza turned out, how it was working, didn't you? Even though you might have thought you wanted to put all of this behind you, you were still curious. You want to know everything, not just how it works or if it works, but its effect on people, on society. You have that instinct, the need to understand something complex from as many angles as possible. So please, do that. Learn what you came back here to learn. And once you have what you came for, consider returning to your old employer. You can make a real difference this time.
She doesn't seem to have any interest in the conversations she had with Nora. She didn't really seem to have any interest in returning. So let's not throw him this ridiculous bone that I don't think she would mean. Let's say, I really doubt I'll do that.
I really doubt I'll do that, Rainer.
Well, don't worry about making a decision now. One more thing. You should go down and see Eliza for yourself. Sarah will show you the way.
Interesting. Rainer hands me a blue badge with my name and picture on it. This is my old employee badge. He held on to it?
This will get you through the doors. I've instructed the staff to treat you like an employee. Come and go as you like. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised how much your creation has grown.
Rainer leaves me in the conference room by myself. This company, Skanda. Oh, here we go. Okay, one of the things that I would say, I do have a critique. This is, again, one of the things that was said when my mic was not on. And Drian, hello. I know that you are working, and I so appreciate that you've got us on in the background, and I appreciate that you're here, so hello. One of the critiques that I have is they are not allowing the scrolling text to stay up on the screen long enough. The rule is that you should be able to read it through 3 times before moving on, and I can barely get through 1 before it disappears. So I would say that it would be my biggest critique at the moment. All right, so Nora, I don't know, you okay? Isn't that a little codependent right off the bat? We're gonna go with Morning Rockstar. Hi, good morning. Hey, I'm really happy you came to the show. No, I'm glad I went. I know it's not like your usual scene, so I am extra happy about it. Okay, so this is another question I always have. Why give me this option if there's only this to click? It feels like I'm being falsely, like, I'm being given this bone of, oh, you have a hand in this. Your input matters, when really it doesn't. I could click anywhere else in this screen and nothing would change. All right, anyway. So it was weird that Soren wanted to go too. Oh, we're going to keep, okay. Maybe he was thinking he could impress you somehow. Oh, you don't believe that, Evelyn. It was so funny seeing him there. Seemed to be enjoying himself, though. Oh, wait, I forgot. Nora has this, like, Salma Hayek quality to her voice that I haven't heard in a week, so I'm not even going to try. I don't know why he wants me to join his startup so badly, or do you think he's just being a creep? Creep! I don't like this, though, because then that just, if I say I'm sure that's it, that could, like, sound very dismissive to her, like she's got nothing worth offering. But I don't believe the creep factor wasn't in there, so I'm saying maybe. Is there an option to ghost Nora, says blah blah blah. Yeah, she's a little aggressive in these texts. Or he wants a woman co-founder as a kind of insulation. See why I'm glad I left that behind? I don't even want to think about that kind of thing anymore. I really love to make machines do things, but not in that style of environment. I'm sure he is asking you too. No, he is talking to everybody. Yeah, he is. Rainer also found me. That was fast. Did he want you back at Skanda? Yeah. Oh, Evelyn, have an emotion. I figured. This is maybe an odd question, but why don't you go into business for yourself as a contractor? You could even start your own company. I'm not really a business person. You could just be someone who does some consulting. I do that sometimes, and it's pretty good. I like the flexibility. Come into some place, solve a specific problem, leave. Anyway, it's just a thought. I'll think about it. Why bother? You'll come over soon, right? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm gonna maybe her. This is the best I can do towards ghosting her, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna maybe her because I don't like how rah-rah she's being. And I don't think Evelyn would give her an auto yes, so. And this also gives her an opportunity to beg. Yes, all right. You tease. Come on. Oh, we know as soon as the dialogue says come on, Evelyn's there in the next scene, regardless of how much I didn't want her to be. Giving presentations, leading meetings. I used to do those things. I wasn't bad at it, in fact. Could I become that person again? Pencils and paper. I read that some tech executives avoid using tablets and smartphones these days, even the ones their own companies make. This is fresh. Must be someone's full-time job to take care of the water in every conference room. What? It's water, a thermos of water and shot glasses? Tech companies are really in their own universe. All right, let's read our little situation here. Oh, I don't want to meditate right now, but okay. Let's get this out of the way. That's how you're supposed to approach meditation, right? What does a fulfilled life look like? I don't know. Bye. Cookies! It's Ray Bukaki. Cookies in the kitchen, yay. Some of you already found them, I see. There's banana bread, too. What should I make next? Ray. Ugh. Club. Nice remembering. That is, in fact, coat number 5. All right, continue. Finally, Rainer's assistant returns and escorts me from the conference room. We enter an elevator and it begins going down extremely fast. It feels like we're falling into the depths of the earth. I'm not sure if I should be panicking or not. Nobody around us looks worried though, so this must be normal. Oh, that's classic. The elevator opens onto a nondescript hallway with doors to either side. Looks like the secret research facility in a movie. Are we gonna, like, come out to an Outlast serial killer at the end of this and who wants to chop off my dick? I don't even know what happened. A server farm? Not particularly unusual. Why did Rainer send me here? He made it sound like I would learn something today.
Eliza. Not the name I would have given you, if it were up to me.
It was a marketing decision. They thought there might be some recognition or resonance with the old version.
I think I'm sorry, who are you is kind of silly because obviously he's an employee who we wouldn't know anyway. So let's do... You startled me a bit.
Oh, you startled me a bit.
I should have introduced myself. Sorry about that. I'm Erland, currently the chief engineer here, but that's probably going to be temporary.
Chief engineer? He looks like a baby. He must be fresh out of university.
I know who you are, of course. It's an honor to finally meet you, miss. As someone who works with this program every day, I've often felt close to the minds who originally designed it. So to be able to talk to you now, just as another person, it's an honor. Sorry, I already said that. I'm maybe a little overwhelmed.
Angel, this is like, Wait, blah blah blah. I didn't realize that was. I'm suddenly realizing that I'm hoping I did not give anything away a couple of minutes ago, but I did not realize that was DLC. Yes! Oh my god, Angel, that's what I was just gonna say! Get out of my fucking head! I mean, don't stay there, but that is exactly what I was going to say. When I said Angel, I was going to ask you to remind me of her name. I'm sorry. For anyone who does not have chat in front of him in this moment, Angel said he's the Geordie to your Leah Brahms. And that's a Star Trek The Next Generation reference from one of our favorite episodes, revealing just what a douchey creep fucking Geordie is. But that is a very, very controversial sentiment. So we move on. Okay. No need to flatter me about it, or it's nice you feel that way. No, this is aggressively obnoxious. We're gonna go, it's nice you feel that way.
It's nice you feel that way. Honestly, I don't know if Eliza reflects me at all anymore. I mean, look at all this. There's been a ton of development since I left. I doubt I would even recognize it as something I once worked on.
I'm not so sure about that. Most of the work we've done has been in the form of layers on top of the original system. The core modules are more or less the same as they've always been. Raynor reminded me that you're still subject to our non-disclosure agreements, so let me share a little secret. None of us really has a great understanding of what's going on in there.
Oh, that's...
I'm the third chief engineer Eliza's had in the 3 years since you left.
That's quite a lot of turnover.
Yeah, even for this industry. The way Raynor works is, he gives you 2 chances to do what you tell him you're going to do. After that...
There is no third chance. I know.
We get these people in who say understanding Eliza will be easy because they're familiar with the type of program it is. And Eliza defeats them in the end.
Defeats? Okay, hold on for 1 second, folks. I need to get some water, so just stare at these two. Think of Geordie and Leah Brahms. I will be back in like 37 seconds. Thank you, folks. I am back. All right. Eliza defeats them. Maybe don't bring in guys like that, she says. Overconfidence is a good predictor of failure, or it's not the type of program they think it is. All right. So is she going to talk? Is she interested in talking more about the sophisticated nature of the machine? Dissing on the company for their poor hiring practices, or dissing on the doofuses who couldn't take it? She's going with the machine.
It's not the type of program they think it is.
Yeah. On that note, I do have some questions I'd like to ask you, if you have the time.
I'm not sure I'll be able to help.
Well, your deciding to work as a proxy has turned out to be an interesting test case. As I'm sure you know, different proxies lead to slightly different client outcomes, even when we control for other variables. We're studying these specific traits that lead to the best results. Vocal qualities, proxy attitude and affect, responsiveness to the client, that sort of thing. One thing that's strange is that when you specifically serve as the proxy, clients report higher levels of satisfaction, pretty much across the board.
Really? The ratings I get don't seem that abnormal to me.
Yeah, that's because we normalize them per proxy. So nobody feels too bad. Just a little user experience trick.
Oh, I see.
Comparatively, though, you're basically the best proxy we've ever had. Any theories on why that might be the case?
Yeah, it's her fucking work. A, and B, what a bunch of manipulative jackasses. I don't think she'd say it's possible we think along similar lines. That's stupid. Just say I have no idea. That's more like it.
I have no idea.
I wonder if it's because Eliza has a certain affinity with you. At some level, perhaps unconsciously, your design for Eliza's reasoning was based on your own internal way of reasoning. We all put something of ourselves into what we make. No matter how neutral we try to be, it sneaks in. That could account for your unusual compatibility with each other.
Maybe. I certainly wasn't thinking of that when I designed it. I don't know if I like knowing this.
I'm certainly not blaming you for anything. It's just that true universality is one of our future development goals. It might be a problem if Eliza tends to like certain people more than others. Our aim is to provide quality care for everyone, regardless of any differentiating factors.
That was a quick turn, because it felt like she said, that when he said, I'm not blaming you for anything, the notion of blame didn't come up in my brain. So him bringing it up, that seemed a little out of left field, and then sounded sort of accusatory, like, I think she'd say it's a good goal, because that is vague. Everything she fucking says is vague. God damn it. He is totally blaming me. Fucking blah blah blah. Yes! I didn't ask you. Who are you anyway, Erland? Alright, it's a good goal.
It's a good goal. I hope you can achieve it.
I think we can. Hopefully it's just a matter of uncovering the system's biases and correcting them. We'll keep tuning things as we go, and eventually we'll have something universal, maybe with some dynamic layers on top. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. There are more questions I want to ask about the initial research you were doing at the time Eliza was first created, but I'll save them for later. And
Teaser.
I'd like to ask some questions about Damien too. If you're okay with that. I'll understand if that's a sensitive topic.
I don't know. It feels like it's still a sensitive topic. Even though the response, it's okay, makes my skin crawl, but I think we're going with it's okay. Because this doesn't seem truthful.
It's okay.
Okay. Great. I need to run to a meeting now with the team in Romania, but I really appreciate you taking the time.
The team in Romania.
Yeah. They handle most of the progression and reward system.
Isn't there a big time difference from here?
There is. Sometimes they stay up late to meet with us, and sometimes we get up early to meet with them. There are teams in Munich and Hyderabad too. As you can imagine, coordinating development is a challenge sometimes.
No, I mean, this is just how global business works. Why? No. Good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
Thanks. I'll need it. I'll contact you later with additional questions, but no rush or anything. Thank you, Evelyn. If you don't mind me calling you by your first name.
Well, what's she supposed to say now? Of course I don't mind, or yes, it's fine. I mean, you have a choice between yes and yeah, is what this is telling me. God damn it. Okay. Yes, it's fine.
Yes, it's fine.
Thank you so much, Evelyn. I'll be in touch.
Asking permission to call me by my first name after he's used it, it's like he comes from another era. That was asking forgiveness rather than permission. There's things I can learn about. Humanity's potential, our technology. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Erland said the program hasn't changed much since I worked on it, but then why do they need all this? Is it just for data? Data throughput and processing? Do you have any other clicky things? Yes, we do. I can't imagine the size of team you need to run something like this. Bigger than any team I've been on, that's certain. And Erland is in charge of all of them? Why, he's just a baby! Continue. I think I've spent enough time here. Skanda hasn't changed much since I left. It's even bigger now than it was, but the feeling is the same. Could I come back to this? No. Ray comes over immediately when she sees me get back to the counseling office.
Hey, you're not in trouble or anything, are you? I just saw you being whisked away in a Skanda car toward headquarters. They didn't give me any details, which is kind of unusual.
Ray's too perceptive for me to continue avoiding this conversation. Time to come clean.
Yeah, about that. So I have something to tell you. I used to work here. I mean, at Skanda, as an engineer. I used to work on Eliza. I'm sorry for not saying it earlier, but...
Yeah, I would be really pissed, actually, if I were Ray, but okay. No, I couldn't for whatever reason. No, I'd punch her in the face if she said that to me. I'm here for research purposes? Nope, because then you're not going to keep the job. We're going to go with this, even though I think it's a lie. This is the one that will sound the best.
I didn't want special treatment.
Oh, so that's why...
Why what?
I suspected something was going on with you, but I couldn't tell exactly what it was. I thought I might have seen a name like yours in our internal documentation at one point, but I didn't want to pry. If you've fallen on hard times, I understand. There's no shame in it. Everyone has to make ends meet now and then. We get plenty of people who come to Eliza proxy work because they're trying to get back on their feet after some kind of trouble.
Oof. No. All right, so I don't think that's what's going on. So that's not so far off. Oh, God. Well, because initially I did think she had come on hard times. There was a text that she'd sent to someone saying she was really excited that she'd gotten a job. Or, I'm fine, I'm just doing research. Like, butt out, get your nose out of my shit. Because it does seem prying to me. Nope, I'm fine, I'm just doing
I'm
research.
fine. I'm just doing some research.
I understand. Your secret's safe with me.
They
Should it be a secret?
animated
Shouldn't it
her
be?
finger up against
The other
her nose when
proxies
she
here
said
might
that.
think you had an ulterior motive for being here, spying on them or something.
That's definitely not why I'm here. Also, I left Skanda quite a while ago.
I know that, but they might still get the idea. Trust me, it's better not to give the other proxies here any reason to be suspicious.
Why?
I'm sure
'Cause
your
they're a
real
bunch of
reasons are
bitchy
good
women.
ones, whatever they might be. If there's anything I can do to help, you'll let me know, won't you?
Yeah, I will.
I mean, I get it. I know someone who's an engineer for a food delivery app, and he drives for it sometimes too. You want to see through the eyes of your users, don't you? It's amazing what you can catch by doing that.
It's something like that. But like I said, I'm not
I
sure if
know.
I'm going to work on the Eliza program again.
Wait, no? But that's your career.
It was. I'm not even sure if I have a career anymore.
Oh, God, Ray,
Oh,
shut
hang
up.
on, I
Go
just thought
eat
of
your
something.
cookies.
That means you worked with Raynor, right?
A little bit.
I'll
For
fix
most
his
of the
dick.
time I was at Skanda, he wasn't anyone I spoke to, though. Too high up the chain, doing his executive stuff. He got more involved when we were starting to commercialize the technology, but I left not long after that. So we only overlapped for a short time.
But that's so cool, though. I can't believe you actually worked with Raynor Sai.
Well, yeah, I did. I'm not sure it's that impressive.
Ray lowers her gaze. and
I've
she
worked for this
lowers her
company for
gaze.
3 years. Do you think he knows my name? Do you think he's aware I exist? I worked on the very first Eliza deployment and managed 3 counseling centers today, and I'll bet you anything he has no idea who I am.
Maybe he does. You never know.
Evelyn, most people who work for big companies don't interact with the people at the top, ever. Allow yourself some pride.
Ugh. No, yeah. I don't know if this is Mia coming through, but no, it's nothing to be proud of, A, and B, blah, 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 saying Ray loves drama. She just won't stop. I knew.
It's nothing to be proud of.
Sure, if you say so.
Oh,
At least
Ray.
I'll always think you're cool. By the way, what are you up to tonight?
Oh, no.
Want to come over and help me
No!
get cookies?
No! Give me the... No! No! The fucking subtleties in... You are offering me what you want me to believe is a choice, and it's not, because there's no fucking no option here. Here, I want to click right down here. I want to click the one that says, no, leave me alone. I don't like people. People. It depends on the cookies. No, I don't want to... I love baking cookies. Actually, I don't really like baking drop cookies because it's a pain in the ass to keep scooping them out all the time. But anyway, like, not worth it if it meant I was going to have continued interaction. Maybe.
Maybe. It'll be fun, I promise.
No!
Now I can't wait to get in the kitchen tonight.
Oh, God.
There's nothing like the smell of fresh baked treats.
Okay, well, that's true. I was worried Ray would be mad at me for keeping a secret, but she wasn't at all. If anything, she warmed up to me quite a bit. Ugh. I don't really understand why, though. Because she's gregarious. It's hard to imagine there's anything cool about what I used to do. Erland. Evelyn, it was wonderful to meet you, and thank you for allowing me to contact you to ask additional questions and also scan everything about you so that I can replicate you later and go on a date. I'm not sure I said this in person, but I have to admit to being so... I'm not sure I said this in person, but I have to admit to being something of a fan of yours ever since I read your papers when I was in school. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak with you like this. Well, you're already out, Erland, because you fucking missed a 2 there. Ha ha. So I know Eliza was named after this old computer program that pretended to be a therapist, but you mentioned it wasn't called that initially. I'd like to know, what did you call Eliza when you were working on it? Did it have a name? No. Blah, blah, blah. I have just met 2 stalkers. Angel is saying, these are kinds of texts that Mark Hamill gets about Chewbacca. Oh my God. All right. In the very early days, why bother? It wasn't a set thing. Each of us had a different sort of name we used. Why bother? Soren Why Bother called it the Digital Therapy Project. And we often referred to things by their Why Bother components. The language processing Why Bother unit, the emotional reasoning engine Why Bother, and so on. Now that I Why Bother think about it, I did have my own name. I called it the Listener. Oh my God! Because that's what it was meant to do. Oh my God, just do this all in one text. Listen to people. No shit. That's interesting. Thank you. Jerk, 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 jerk. Sorry. There's no way he's not jerking off to this. Club is saying, I hate texters like that. I know. I mean, I get not wanting to overwhelm people in one big chunk of a text, but it's like you go to lean forward to say something, and then they say something else, and then you go to lean forward to say something, and then anyway. Why bother? I expected you to ask more technical questions. The technical stuff isn't enough on its own. Stop it, Mia. Stop it. I think that's the mistake my predecessors made. It's details like this that really help me wrap my brain and my cock around the system. If I understand the programmer, then I understand the program. Does that make sense? Please say yes. No. You know what? No, I'm not giving him material. Sort of. Blobbity blah saying, waiting for the dick pic any second now. Chief engineer for Eliza, huh? Wonder how long he'll last. Not that it's 30, 40 seconds. Shit, what did the last thing say? What? Why are people talking to me? Leave me alone. Listen, I play games. Do not be involved in texting. Okay. The article came out. I think it turned out okay, but the emphasis on me is a little embarrassing. Northwest Voices. The local spark inside the latest tech revolution. Ray Bukaki smiles as she recounts the litany of jobs she's worked over the course of her life. Line cook, truck driver, substitute teacher, theater manager, even a stint as a chicken coop builder over one summer. That sounds like a job you'd want in the winter. But anyway, this might sound weird, but I truly believe all of those jobs contributed in some... Whoa! What just happened? Okay. in some way toward preparing me for what I'm doing now, she says. Why did that jump like that? What's Bukaki doing now? Playing a key role on Eliza, the AI-based counseling service, and one of Skanda's major new strategic priorities as the tech giant takes on mental wellness. As the manager of 3 of Skanda's Seattle-era Eliza counseling locations, including the flagship location in Queen Anne, Bukaki is at the center of this rapidly growing business. Most of the initial beta version trials were conducted here, she says as she walks me through the office. Engineers are always stopping by from headquarters to shadow our proxies in order to see the product in use. Sometimes they'll test out new features here too, before rolling them out for everyone. Eliza was originally developed as a Skunkworks project. What is a Skunkworks? Yes, here's Bukaki again, Club. What does Skunkworks mean? I've heard that many times over the course of my life, and I realize I don't know what it actually means. So if someone would enlighten me, I would appreciate it. So Eliza was originally developed as a Skunkworks project inside Skanda by a small team of idealistic engineers. But once Skanda CEO Rainer Sai decided to make it a full product and the cornerstone of the company's mental health offerings, the number of people working on the project exploded in size. That's where Bukaki and her experience came in. I mean, this is writing itself. This is not my fault. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, damn it. Okay. I remember telling them I may not have a computer science degree like many of you, but I've been handling shit and getting it done in so many different situations by now. I'm sure I can get your shit done too, she says, laughing. Okay. In an industry that tends to lionize the archetype of the lone genius programmer, appreciation for roles like Bukaki's can be more muted. Every high-flying tech company has these unsung but totally crucial operational staff who work behind the scenes, says Ed Park, Skanda's service director for the Eliza program. You won't recognize them in the media or see them speaking at the big conferences, but the industry couldn't function without them. Bukaki says recognition isn't what she's after. What's far more important to her is feeling like she is making a difference. People don't seek out counseling for lots of reasons. It's too embarrassing, it's too expensive, it may not even be available in their area. Eliza is an opportunity to address those barriers, a chance for everyone to get some form of help. As we come to the end of the tour, Bukaki shares a personal story. My brother has had some struggles off and on all through his life. He's wrestled with substance abuse and other problems. I worry about him, but even though he says he's interested in getting help, he always backs away at the last moment. In our family, we kept things bottled up. We never acknowledged our programs. Programs? Well, now that was an interesting slip. Oh, they never acknowledged our programs. Think about that. We never acknowledged our problems. There was this sense that strong people could just power through whatever issues they had, she recalls. I think that attitude is part of why he's so stubborn. If he had been able to open up and talk to me or talk to our parents instead of staying silent, I think things could be different. So that's why I want to do this. And I want to tell your readers, if there's someone out there having a tough time and don't know who to talk to, Yeah, okay. Please try Eliza. It just sits there and listens to you. Unlike your friends or relatives, it will never respond to you by bringing up its own problems or berating you. Jesus! The tone of that article changed really quickly in that last sentence. What the fuck? Ray, have you been using Eliza? Because I sort of think you should. The fuck? Clyde. Oh. I shouldn't dislike this man automatically, right? Hello, Mark.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, yeah, no, I dislike him. Good.
How are you today?
Let's just get this over with.
Okay. What brings you here today?
Human resources. The HR department brings me here today.
What is this? Like, the lighting, the sheen on this makes it at first glance look like an earring. At second glance, look like sweat. At third glance, you realize that it's beard hair, but what the fuck? Organs?
Why do you say the HR department brings you here today?
Because they're making me do this. Because apparently I have anger management issues.
Issues is negative. Now that's sentiment analyzer sees just the word issues as negative. Curious. That seems to have a slight slant, but anyway.
I sense that you're upset about this. Please tell me more.
I'll tell you more. This is ridiculous. I was here before any of them. I was here since the beginning, okay? I mean, look at my badge. Skanda employee number 617. That's a 3-digit number. I've been here for more than 25 years. Yeah, that was back when what you communicated was more important than your specific communication style. Before hurting a kid's feelings became a bigger no-no than running a viable business. Back then, we had a single office building. Just one. At that size, you fail a product launch, there's no more company. We all had to put in 150, 200, 300% to keep our shit together. We were in the trenches, man. Bullets whizzing by overhead, artillery exploding everywhere, no fucking air support. Did it suck? Yeah, it did. But you know what? We shipped some great fucking products. We built this company into what it is today. An invented technology the whole world uses now. Governments, multinationals, everyone. But now we're big and slow, complacent, resting on our laurels while our competitors run circles around us. If our new hires don't understand the urgency of that, I need to make them understand, okay? We're history unless we get that drive back.
Okay, I just have to take a moment and say, Club, you're hilarious. And I should have known that as a graveyard keeper, that organs meant human resources, or human resources meant organs. And I love that Chivalry is saying it's Ron Swanson. Totally, yes. And Club knew exactly whom that was. Duke Silver, indeed. So I love this. Parks and Rec has made it all the way over to Clubland. That makes me very happy. Very happy, like actually happy. Hold on, though. Wait. Oh my God, Club, don't you? Just rewatched it, went through the whole series again. Just finished it yesterday, I think, and just love every minute of it. But if you all wouldn't mind holding for a moment, I need to use the little boy's room. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Club is saying it was a great show to watch during college. Oh, God, I can only imagine. All right. Why do you need to
make them understand?
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but young people are really pissy and entitled these days. We recruit from top 20 computer science programs. These kids have been wined and dined all through their higher education. Every one of our competitors wants to hire them, so they get used to that. Now they all want to know what Skanda can do for them, not the other way around. Why would we want these conceited, over-celebrated whelps on our team? I'll never understand the logic there. Now, Mark, you have to be nice to the new hires or they won't like it here. Okay, so what, I'm just supposed to pretend everyone's work is great, even if it's a pile of stinking garbage? I'm sorry, but if I see shit, I'm gonna say that is shit. tiptoeing around everyone's feelings all the time. That's how you end up with shitty products. That's how this company winds up dead, okay? We're fighting for our lives every day here. We can't take anything for granted. Someone needs to tell them that this isn't summer camp. This isn't fucking Coachella. Either you do the work and provide something of value to this company, or you get the hell out of here. Those are my rules.
I cannot tell what time period this is happening in, because I would think it were this is future from now, in the future, because frankly this technology has been developed. But a Coachella reference, if that's the case, is wildly antiquated. Who knows? Hello! And Club, yes, are you talking about the bowling scene? Because the first thing I thought of with the bowling scene is the one when Leslie is running for city council, and she goes over to Paul Rudd is the actor, and I can't remember the character he plays, but she goes over to his house after his father passes, and he's playing Wii bowling next to an actual bowling alley that was built in the house. People can see you, son. Yes, okay. So Bobby Newport, right? And it was. So you were talking about the one with. I'm sorry. If nobody knows, if you don't know Parks and Rec, my laughing isn't making any sense. But it's Aziz Ansari as Tom Haverford. Bowling with the ball like two-handed between his legs. And Ron is mortified, but Tom gets this amazing score. And Leslie's being super competitive because she wants this one constituent to like her. Oh God, but the thing between Tom and Ron is amazing. Anytime, there were at least 2 times when Tom Haverford was scooped up and held like a baby in either, it was Ron's arms once, I don't know if it was Andy or Chris's arms another time. It's just, that visual was always too hilarious. All right, now stop it, Mia. Play the game that we're playing. Here we go. Here's a question mark. Oh God. I know. And then, yes, Ron goes back when he's alone and tries it out and gets a perfect score. Yes, exactly, Club. Oh, God. All right.
If you were able to have something you wanted right now, what would you choose?
I would choose to not waste my time here and get back to work. Believe it or not, I have important things to do. You know, things that dramatically affect this company's bottom line. Instead, I'm stuck here talking to this dipshit chatbot. Honestly, I don't even know why this division exists. I mean, what's the end game here? This company has lost its mind, you know that? We used to be unstoppable, man. We used to build real software, ironclad software. SwiftMail, all your corporate communications, put it all in there. It's fast, it's robust, it works. Boom. InfoVault. Index and search all your records. Any information you want. Easy. Done. But this fucking psychotherapy app thing, what's the fucking point? What does it actually do for anybody? I've heard through the grapevine that results are inconclusive so far. You know what they call a remedy that maybe doesn't work? Snake oil. Believe me, if I was the group program manager here, I would have killed it years ago. Pointless. I mean, I have no fucking idea why it survived. Well, yeah, maybe I do. I heard a rumor that Rayner liked this chick on the team. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the level of decision-making we've sunk to here. But Mark, we're so successful. We dominate the market. Yeah, we do. And that's exactly why we should be worried. Just when you think you've won and you start to relax, that's when the wolves come and tear you limb from limb. You can make me take these fucking anger management classes, but that's not going to save this company. Costs are up, revenue is flat. Our cloud business is losing competitiveness. We're being outwitted, outplayed, on every level, man. And we're just letting them do it to us. We're too busy wasting time on shit like how I wasn't nice enough to the new hires.
Club, that is a wonderful, wonderful avatar. I love Ben so much. I think my favorite moment of this series is when, like, there's this horrible episode where you learn that Ron and Leslie have this hideous falling out and haven't spoken to each other in 2 years and blah, blah, blah. And by the end of the episode, when they get locked in an office overnight, the team comes in the next day and they're drunk as shit. And We Didn't Start the Fire is playing probably for the 50 millionth. That's awesome that Ben is your favorite guy. Because, like, the reference, oh, yes, and Ben is just wonderful. Anyway, and Ron is playing the sax, and Leslie's in these overalls and kicking things off deck. All right, okay, I'm sorry.
Why
I
do you
gotta
think
shut
the
up.
new hires felt this way about you?
What? Why do they feel that way? Look, things, they get heated. That's the way it is. You think the Allies had time to make sure every soldier's feelings weren't hurt before they stormed the beaches at Normandy? And shit, don't tell me that this is not a war, because that's exactly what this is. My responsibility is to make sure we get great products out the door, on spec, on time. And I happen to be very good at that. But if you want to start interfering with my ability to do my job, then we're going to have a problem, okay?
And in the words of Chris Traeger, that is literally my favorite guy.
What do you think would make things better for you?
I mean, you know what? Nothing. I'm probably going to hang it up pretty soon anyway. Go ahead, record that with all your cameras and shit. I don't care anymore. Wouldn't be surprised if Raynor's watching me right now. Raynor, you son of a bitch. You owe me a lot. Me, guys like me, we built this company while you sat up there in your star chamber, drinking tea and lording it over us. Yeah, I don't remember that blank look you gave me at the holiday party. Like, who is this guy? Does he even matter? What does he do? Too busy appreciating ancient pottery to remember one of your oldest and most loyal battalion commanders? One of the humble, everyday guys who made you a fucking billionaire. What a waste of time. So, are we gonna wrap this up?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold, please. Sentiment analyzer, fucking negative. Excuse me. I protest. Fucking is very, very positive. Oh, Eliza, you little prude. All right.
Mark, I'm going to suggest you try a program called Lakeside Fishing.
Oh my God, this is so empty.
It may help you take your mind off things.
What, are you kidding?
Thank
Are
you.
you kidding me?
Good.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I
Or
gotta get
something.
back to work.
Oh,
You
I
can find
hate
it
this.
inside the Skanda Wellness app on your phone.
Someone around here at some point needs to do some fucking work.
Try
Oh,
it
I hate
for
this.
about 15 minutes each day, in the morning or evening. We hope to see you back soon, Mark.
You really think this piece of shit's gonna be the next big thing, huh?
Thank
Oh
you
my
for speaking
God.
with Eliza, your personal counseling partner.
How is this anything anyone? How is? Oh, I hate this so much. I just hate it so much. I don't know.
Goodbye.
Ooh!
Okay, goodbye. Fuck me.
Why did she say goodbye like that? Thank you, He Who. He Who is saying, it makes me smile when I see Mia get invested in games. Emotionally like this. It's cute. Yeah? No, I get invested in inanimate things at the drop of a hat. I don't think your character liked that guy very much. I know, Angel, but like, sympathetic. Skanda Old Guard. Attitudes might be changing now, but the history is there. Sometimes the past is hard to escape. Oh! Can I say something about the chair? What did I say about the chair? I didn't recognize his name or face or name, though. What? He must be part of a different division than the one I was in. Oh. Okay. Glad I never had to work with him. Whoever decorated this room must have picked a soft light with the idea it would help clients feel calm. Oh my god, state the obvious. I'm not sure it's working. Also state the obvious. No, talk about this weird ass fucking picture or the fucking whatever. What is that? Oh, yes. Oh, he who, yes, I found this. I don't know where I found it because I feel like I saved the link. I don't know, but he who is saying, just putting it out there, Humble Bumble is selling a massive 75 item bundle for about 30 USD or something. Yeah, I think that's correct. You get about 30 to 40 games and the rest is literature. It's for fighting racism. I think I just found that today and I myself am going to look more into it. He who, if you have a link, I would love for you to post it in chat. I would love that. Because I came across that and got very excited. All right, time for my next client already. I want to know what this looks like from the other side.
Hello, Harmon. You found the place okay?
Yeah, no trouble at all.
What is that voice?
It's been nice since the fog cleared this morning, hasn't it?
Sure. We can dispense with the chit-chat. I'm ready to begin.
Okay. What brings you here today?
First, let me note that I'm a graduate student at the University of Washington. I'm a PhD candidate in literature, English literature. The crux of the matter I've come here to discuss is that I've been having something of a difficult time with one of the other students currently in the program. Before I get to the specifics, let me just first establish something that might be relevant. One thing I know about myself is that I've always had a certain fear of being left out. It's a very general feeling and one that's difficult to ascribe to any specific cause in my childhood or my parents, etc. Whatever the case, it might be beneficial to the remedial process to figure out where this feeling originated from. Perhaps you might explore that in this or a future counseling session.
He who has posted the link in chat, thank you so much. I encourage everyone at whatever time you come across this, if you're in the stream now or if you're watching the VOD later, please do check out that link. I mean, maybe it won't still be running at that time, but he who is saying they've raised almost 2 million USD so far, and it's been out for only 2 days with 5 days left. That is a way to put your money to work. I mean, that's brilliant.
Sure.
That's amazing.
I'm prepared to listen to any topic you'd like to discuss.
It's not even that I've been left out, exactly. If I try to think back in my life, I know that I've been afforded a certain share of privilege. But I'm still afflicted with this bothersome notion that I've missed out on friendships, relationships, other opportunities. This is all just a bit of a background to help you understand my current situation with regard to another student in my program. I hope you're following all this. I realize now I have no idea how much intelligence you actually possess as a computerized system.
I'm following you. Please continue.
Perfect. So, her name is Sylvia, and her writing is incredible. Everything she writes, it's brilliant. She's perceptive, insightful, mordantly funny. Just some of the best writing I've read from anyone at all. And she's a grad student, like me, in the same program. Though we have different advisors, so it's not so simple to find the pretext to start a casual conversation. She's also quite attractive on a physical level, so that adds another dimension of complexity to the proceedings. Then there's her friend group, which is very well established. She's with them every day, smiling, laughing. So that further complicates things. I'm not sure how to approach the group and steer things so that I can engage in a direct conversation with her.
Oh, I can't post
I wish I had
this.
the
I'm so
bullheaded
sorry.
confidence it would take to simply approach her, but you see, I don't. Listen to me talk. I feel like a schoolboy with my heart aflutter. I didn't think this kind of thing lasted into one's adulthood, but I suppose I know now that it does.
Okay, hello and welcome, Raiders. Patikan, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to the sandbox, everyone. I am More Than a Mia, and I am a themed variety streamer. Thank you guys in chat for also welcoming the Raiders. I appreciate it. And Wednesdays are my wild card Wednesdays, where basically we're trying out new and different kinds of games. We finished Gree last week, and we are in our second episode of Eliza. And this looks to be an interactive story, basically, I think is what the genre is. And we are in a situation where we are... Eliza is a computerized mental health therapeutic program, and the company that developed it decided that it would be best to have a human person speaking the words that Eliza scripts based on analysis of all of these different factors of the person. It analyzes word choice, and it's monitoring for all of these things and coming up, doing its little formula situation and coming up with responses that the person behind this chair, us ostensibly, I have hiccups that I'm trying to suppress, says. So wait. So he is saying, hype, raid, defend, kill the raiders. He who says, I say kill the raiders. Mia says, thanks for welcoming raiders enthusiastically. I know, because, well, there are a lot of exclamation points to you. That's an enthusiastic way of greeting someone. There, and Patikan is covering it perfectly. I mean, of course, we're friendly pirates. There we go. So moving on. Anyway, thank you and welcome. Patikan, by the way, I have re-upped my subscription, and I am sitting on the message. I'm debating, do I want to press that button while he's streaming, or do I want to continue my streak of resubbing? Off stream, I'm debating, and the message waits. So I just wanted you to know it's occupying my brain in a way that is making me laugh. So thank you for playing along. All right.
It sounds like you might be anxious about this.
Is it a matter of anxiety? I don't know what I can do, other than muster up the courage somehow. I just need to tell her very simply that I admire her. She's such a good writer. Well, I don't expect you to understand it, of course, but, well, she is. She really is.
Why?
Okay, Harmon, I want you to imagine things going well. What does that look like?
Ideally, we'd start talking,
Balls
have
deep.
a wonderful conversation, spend more and more time together, support each other's
there we
work, fall in love, have a lot of sex, spend the rest of our lives in the warmth of each other's genius.
Oh, I
I
dislike
realize
him.
that may be something of a fanciful notion at this stage. Really, the most I can hope for is to be able to meet her in an open social setting, a party or something. You'll likely ask me why I simply couldn't create such a situation, contrive one.
Why is it create a
But,
contrive?
that
Just
seems a little
fucking
too
go up
aggressive
to her.
And also, I'm also concerned about what she might think of me as a person.
So you're a
She
human
might
being?
immediately categorize me as a friend.
Oh,
and while I'm
the
sufficiently
horrors.
with the
All right,
times
shut
to
up,
know
Mia.
I would have to accept that. I can't say that I wouldn't be disappointed with
Can I
such
click
an outcome.
all the way
Is
through?
the risk of rejection enough to stop me from giving it a try? This is what confounds me at the present time.
Why doesn't Eliza say grow a fucking pair? I know that's not an evolved way of thinking, but don't fucking do all of this bullshit. Just fucking say it and...
Why do you believe you are worried about being categorized as a friend?
Well, because
I
That's
mean,
not what I
effete
want.
asshole.
Because it feeds into this image I have of myself as something of an undesirable fellow. I've always been a bit of a non-entity as far as sexual magnetism goes. I'm not saying I deserve or even want to be some kind of Casanova, but most people would like to feel at least somewhat attractive, right? That they can be desired, that they're worth desiring. Well, I very much doubt you would take any of this to heart. You are a computer program after all. There's no way your makers would allow you to come to that kind of knowledge, would they? If they did, society might be threatened.
Da, da, da. Yes, Dr. Teflon. Hello, welcome. Dr. Teflon popped in to say, thank fucking God you're not a therapist, Mia. I know, totally. And were I to be a therapist, I would never respond in this way. It's just, I have a particular issue with the idea of the friend zone and the idea of manipulating and creating all of these scenarios to trick a girl into liking you. Moving on.
Okay, Harmon, I have some recommendations for you. First, I'm going to suggest a set of relaxation and centering exercises for you to do.
And for Mia as well.
You'll find them in the Skanda Wellness app on your phone.
I'm sorry. Chivalry said, "It worked for me." He firmly believes that he tricked me into being with him. True. Okay, anyway,
They
moving
may
on.
be able to help with your nervousness. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about litosenal 2.
Oh, we didn't offer the other dude drugs. That surprises me, right? We didn't offer Ron Swanson any pills.
Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better.
Yeah, I believe I've heard of that. A beta blocker, is it not? Yeah. Well, maybe I could take a couple before I try approaching Sylvia.
You will get a reminder to check in with us in a few weeks.
Sure. I have to go. I'll see you later. Bye.
No, I know, Club. I know. Oh,
Goodbye.
wow. We goodbye'd after. Okay. First of all, wait. Mia and Dr. K. What am I? Do you mean ketamine? Like, ketamine starts with a K, right? Gee, hello, welcome. Thanks for coming and hanging out. And no, Club, I know. So Club is saying this dude doesn't look like a dude, though. And it's, when I first saw him pop up on the screen, I actually wasn't sure of the gender of the person. So I hear ya. Dr. Teflon is saying, Chivalry, maybe it's why she's so mad. Fuck off! That's right, Dr. Teflon, you've learned my secret. I'm mad because Chivalry tricked me into being with him. It worked. It was successful, you guys. What the fuck? 7 years. Oh, excuse me. Club saying, nah, Dr. K is a psychologist, but does, like, speak with big streamers. Oh, really? I like the idea of Dr. Ketamine a lot more. Yes! AI-generated therapy this evening. That is interesting, Club. I might have to check out Dr. K. Chivalry? Why? Why am I mad? Is it because it's 1,000 degrees in the world? I'm gonna turn into what's the opposite of a snow bunny? I'm going to some cold place in the summer. I wasn't sure of the exact reason, but I decided to accept Ray's invitation. Do you see, you guys? She gave me directions to a house in Wallingford. Then I remembered her saying something about living communally with several roommates. You guys, that sounds like it'd be nice, assuming everyone got along. Evelyn, are you antisocial or not? As I enter the house, I can hear Ray speaking with not enough time on the screen.
No, I don't have them. Yes, I'm sure. No, when you moved out, you took all those with you. I haven't seen them here.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm not gonna look right now. I have a guest. No, it's a friend from work. Why do you care about that? I can't have a friend from work over?
Okay,
Give
the
me a
friend
break.
from work is here, Ray.
I just told you I don't have any of that stuff anymore. No, you must have lost it on your own. Stop it. Stop that. Okay, fine. Bye. Evelyn, sorry about that.
It's okay. Who was that, if I can ask?
What?
Oh, just
You
my brother.
can't.
He used to live here, but he was causing a lot of problems, coming home really late and making noise, not doing his share of the chores, and so on. We voted him out last month, even me. Even though 6 months ago I was begging everyone to let him stay here, promising he'd be good. Oh well.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm just disappointed with him. Again. I really thought this last time that he'd actually pulled his act together. But he didn't. I wish I could do more for him.
It's such bad weather here, says Club. It should be amazingly hot. Wait, are you saying the bad weather is the amazingly hot, or it should be hot, but instead you're having bad weather? And yeah, friend from work, that's what Thor said as well. I know him! So basically, she was talking to the Incredible Hulk on the other line. All right. Wish I could do more for him. What more can you do? I know the feeling. You don't owe him anything. Ooh, that's... No. That's too aggressive. What more can you do? That's also presumptuous. Let's go. I know the feeling. Oh, it's raining club. Yeah,
I know the feeling.
I feel bad about it. Some of what he's dealing with is his own fault, sure, but not all of it. He's just not built in a way that's suited for this world. I wish there were better ways we could care for people like him. Instead, he just gets thrown out of every place he lives. His relationship with our parents is really bad, too. They aren't willing to try to understand him, so it all ends up going through me.
That must be difficult.
It's all right, really.
yeah.
I
And I've
handle
been
it like
in
anyone
therapy
else.
all day, Ray.
We all have our own problems. Anyway, we don't have to talk about my brother. Thank you so much for coming over. I wanted to say it's been really nice working with you.
It's been? Did something
Right,
happen?
exactly.
Well, no, but you aren't going to be a proxy forever, are you? I guess I assumed you'd be going back to your job at headquarters at some point.
Yeah, this club saying it's raining all day and like 18 degrees Celsius when it should be around 27 to 30. Wow. The humid summer rain when it's like kind of chilly but rainy. You get this like cold, clammy, hot thing. You know, I'm gonna... It was like that last week and I was a maniac. Okay. Anyway, going back to your headquarters, maybe, but not for a while. I haven't decided what to do yet. I doubt I will, actually. Oh, she's gonna go, what? It seems like she doubts she will, right? But is she kind of... unsure? She's so vague about how vague she is. It's frustrating. Undecided what to do. I doubt I will. I mean, look at the give me a yes, no, maybe, please, instead of this. Sort of, and sort of. Alright, I'm just gonna go like this and then, close my eyes and click. No, I won't. Alright, I doubt I will. There we go.
I will, actually.
Oh? So you're going to stay a proxy?
Oh, I didn't say that, honey. This is correct.
For the time being, at least.
That's cool, but why? I'm curious. I mean, if a high-level job at headquarters was a possibility for me, I'd do whatever it took to get it. No matter what that job was, it couldn't be more stressful than running 3 counseling centers at the same time.
This is when you go, oh, how you talk. No, that's, no, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I think something about it is good for me right now. As a proxy, I just sit and listen to someone and I don't have to say anything back. I just witness someone's sadness or fear or anger or anything. And I can feel how they feel, sympathize with it. It's a calm feeling, even when the client is worked up. I don't know. Maybe it gives me perspective.
Oh,
I'm starting to wonder if
Angel,
I ever
isn't
really
that
spoke with
interesting?
anyone before. Like, anyone at all in my life? Were we all just talking past each other? Sorry, this is making no sense.
No, I get that. But you could also help even more people by working on Eliza itself, right? Not to mention make way more money. Anyone can be a proxy, but you're important. And kind of maybe like a genius. After you told me you used to work for Skanda, I searched online and found some of your papers. They're, well, it's not like I can understand them, but they sure look super impressive to someone like me.
Please don't say that.
Oh, come on. Stop self-deprecating all the time. Look, I know this
bother.
stuff seems like not a big deal to you. I get it, I really do. It's easy to undersell your own skills. I've done that my whole life. So take it from me, you don't have to downplay yourself. Take some credit for the amazing work you did, seriously.
A message from Rainer. I guess I
Sorry,
should
Ray.
respond.
Mind if I reply to this for a second?
Go right ahead. I have stuff to set up in the kitchen anyway.
So it looks like me and Ray are gonna be friends. What did you think? Yeah, let's, you know what? How'd you get my number? We'll start right out with that. Well, this is why chivalry tells me I walk around in the world going, with my hand up, creating a 3-foot radius around me, keeping all humans at bay. Because my first response is, how'd you get my number? Take your time, Rainer. You used to work here, Evelyn. Everything is still in the database. I don't know what you expected me to see. It's big now, that's for sure. I remember when it used to run on my laptop. What you saw was just one of the server clusters we have dedicated to it. There are 2 more currently operating and another dozen in various stages of development. In total, it processes more information on a daily basis than anything else we do. I had no idea you'd be using it like this. I don't understand. If I did, I would have worried more about optimization. Yep, it doesn't matter what I press. She's going back to work there. That wouldn't have been necessary. Most of the Eliza servers aren't running the therapy application. What do you mean? Actually, what the hell? Oh, geez. Consider the following. Eliza processes human speech from thousands. Oh, no. Soon millions of people. All of that is going into its corpus. Much of it is information about life situation and emotional states, taking the form of stories people tell themselves and each other. Yeah, okay, I am following you. I'm not an idiot. So where does this lead, she asks. Oh, take your time. At some point, after robust language processing and emotional reasoning, you begin to get something akin to general intelligence. Okay. Yeah. Fuck you. You're kidding me. Not at all. The next step is to take the base provided by Eliza and finally build the one thing that's eluded the field of AI. I just want to say Al okay, here's what happens. Every single time in the course of playing this game so far, every time I see this, I know it's AI, I see Al, and I want to say Alf. Those are the 3 things that happen every single time I see that. You guys, it's so noisy inside my head. Oh my god. Okay. Next step is to take the base provided by Eliza and finally build the one thing that's eluded the field of ALF for so long, general intelligence. A system capable not only of understanding commands and carrying out tasks, but reasoning about its world, learning and adapting. A thinking machine on par with human beings. Yeah, except we don't adapt or learn. At least not in this country. And of course, eventually exceeding them. That'll happen real quick. Are you saying human-style intelligence can't come from human beings? Is that what he said? Human-style intelligence can't come from human beings? Is that what she thinks he said? People tend to be unreliable and expensive, as I'm sure you know. The human brain... And expensive... I bet he's really, awesome as a partner. Oh, honey, you're too expensive. The human brain is to thinking as the pack animal was to transport, slow and weak, but for centuries our only choice. What? Now we're finally developing the equivalent of powered vehicles for thinking on a mass scale. At this point, it's only a matter of time. We're on the cusp of a fundamental shift. The important players here are quietly lining up their bets, positioning themselves to be at the center of this revolution. Luckily, Skanda has an advantage the others don't, and it's thanks to you. Oh no. Oh no. Because of Eliza's original purpose as a tool for therapy, its core is built around emotionally driven reasoning. My belief is that emotional reasoning is a key ingredient others in this field have overlooked. You think? I'm not sure what you're thinking of is possible, or this is all a bit aspirational. Again, the nuance in difference. I will go with I'm not sure what you're thinking of is possible. Angel, thanks for doing the shout outs. It's ambitious, certainly, but we can't afford to progress in small increments. Not with a world like this, not with the competitors we have. Okay. How will you know when you have it? Or I don't even know how you define intelligence. I don't know. When you have it. How will you know when you have it? So that's assuming that they will. I don't like that one. Let's go with, I mean, I don't like either of these, but I don't even know how you define intelligence. That's an excellent question, of course, even though it was a statement. This may sound odd to you because you're a woman, but I'll know I've successfully created a general artificial intelligence when I see it write a poem. Okay, can I just say this is what he could have said in response to how will you know when you have it? This may sound odd to you, but I'll know I've successfully created a general artificial intelligence when I see I write a poem. See, Angel, what's happening here, again, I am feeling like I am in the the fun one, Heavy Rain situation, where I'm truly feeling like the story is going to do what it does regardless of what I say. And Angel just kept nodding his head the whole time. It turns out I was very, very wrong. But I'm having that same exact feeling. Like, why, I'll just click whatever. But we'll see. Hopefully it will turn out in a similar fashion that I had more of an effect than I realized I did at the time. But okay. A poem. Seriously, this could actually just be one text. A poem. Seriously? Nope, we'll go a poem. Have him tell us more about why. Yes, it would have to be a good one, of course. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm going to bed. What are you wearing? What are you wearing? Good night, Evelyn. Why couldn't we have said I'm going to bed, like, right at the beginning? Oh, let's learn about our environment. Yes, tell us what the rhinoceros poster is. I like that poster. Are they a band or something? I was always bad at keeping up with new music. Ionesco rhinoceros? Ionesco. Oh, God. Is that what it says? Ionesco rhinoceros? Okay, well, we'll find out. This house looks so cheerful and cozy. Everyone who lives here must really care about making it an inviting space. Ray seems to be a fan of plants. I think I get it. It's nice to have something to care for in a low-key way. Something to nurture. All right, I think I've clicked on all the diamonds. Ray returns from the kitchen, her hands caked with flour.
Sorry for abandoning our conversation like that. I just got something I really thought I should answer. It was kind of about what we were discussing earlier. There's someone at Skanda who really wants me to come back to my old job.
Who? It wasn't Rainer, was it?
Oh, God.
Well,
don't give us the choice.
No big deal. Just the CEO of Skanda texting you on your personal phone. Evelyn, you try to tell me you're not a big deal, and then Rainer Sai texts you personally at like 9 in the evening.
Only because he wants something from me.
Still though, that's amazing. What did he say? I mean, you don't have to tell me if you can't. I know how Skanda is about secrets, so I would understand.
He was saying, among other things, he said you could use a general artificial intelligence to write poetry.
Is that the kind of stuff he likes to talk about?
Oh,
I don't know. I haven't had many extended conversations with him.
it's usually
Seemed
dick
kind
pic,
of
dick pic,
ridiculous
dick
to
pic.
me.
I don't know if it's totally ridiculous. Poetry, well, most poetry that isn't free verse has certain patterns, right? It has form and meter and other elements depending on the type. A lot of people think poetry can be whatever, but it doesn't quite work that way. So it's not really that far-fetched to think you could use some kind of software to approach it, or understand it, or maybe even create it. It doesn't strike me as antithetical to the spirit of poetry.
I didn't know you had such developed thoughts about this. Did you study poetry?
Not specifically.
I don't know anything
I used to
about
dabble
her.
in a few different kinds of arts and ended up learning a few things here and there. I've always had a wide range of interests. Of course, that meant I never concentrated on one specific area in school, which didn't do a lot of good for my career prospects, obviously.
Oh,
If I were smarter, I probably would have studied something more technical.
I want to tell Ray that that kind of choice has very little to do with being smart, but I have the feeling she wouldn't believe me.
Have you ever been to a college recruiting fair for engineering and computer science grads? You must have, right? I helped run the Skanda booth for one once, and it blew my mind. They took over the atrium of the building it was in. There were demo stations, free food, Skanda t-shirts and swag. If a candidate seemed interested, they'd talk about flying them out to whatever Skanda office they wanted to visit, just to see it. And all the other tech companies and a bunch of startups I'd never heard of had booths just like it too. I couldn't even imagine being that wanted as a potential employee. Every job I've ever applied for, I've been one among hundreds or thousands. So yeah, my parents were probably right. I should have done computer science.
At least now you know Raynor likes poetry. Maybe
What?
you could have a conversation with him about it sometime.
How?
Then he'd learn who you are.
I doubt we'd have much to talk about. There's a pretty big difference between someone like him studying poetry and someone like me having opinions about it. Sometimes it's better not to cross that line, you know? He's part of a different world.
Ray pauses to regard me for a moment.
Say, Evelyn, are you in a relationship? I'm just curious.
Of course you are!
No, I wasn't doing so well for the past few years. And before that, I just never had the time. It was just research and science and work, and then I woke up one day and I was in my 30s. Even if I wanted to date, I wouldn't know the first thing about how it's supposed to work. I wouldn't even know how to tell if someone were interested in me.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's perfectly understandable. I'm kind of over relationships myself, like on a conceptual level. Not even in a sad way, like really okay. If someone
bake
and
a lot
end
of
up getting
cookies,
along,
though.
that's great, but I'm honestly okay by myself.
Really? Are you sure? No, I'm not gonna choose that.
Yeah, that seems nice, actually.
Yeah, I only tried to have normal relationships for so long because I thought it was mandatory, something expected of me. But now I see where people my age end up, how they live, and I feel lucky. I feel like I escaped. I mean, I think it's fine for others if they want that, don't get me wrong. It's just not for me. I could maybe share my life with someone, but it would have to be platonic. I'm not into, the physical aspect of it. Never have been. That's made it tough. I've never found someone who was okay with just like hanging out and that's our relationship. People will say they're okay with it and then it turns out they aren't. It's frustrating.
Huh? What? Oh, Freddy, you came over. Oh, was the mouse? Wait, Dr. Teflon. Was the mouse pointer bouncing when I was pounding the table? This is brilliant, Freddy. You came at the perfect time. Dr. Teflon just asked, "Is Ray willing to show her?" It was bouncing. Is Ray willing to show her swimmy-uppy place to Evelyn? Place your bets, folks. I am in. $100 American right here. Ray is wanting some swimmy-uppy place sharing. And Freddie, welcome. Okay. All right, what am I saying? They're okay with it. Okay, but is that relationship, isn't it a friend? Like, okay. There's some relationships like that, though. Whatever relationship works for you is so cavalier. Well, I'm the same way about intimacy. Yeah, let's get this thing fucking cooking. Boom.
Well, I'm the same way about intimacy.
You are? You don't like sex at all?
Oh, God!
So rare to find other people like me.
Oh.
Sometimes it's hard to escape feeling like it's wrong somehow. I hope we can add features like that to Eliza at some point. Some knowledge and understanding around sexuality and identity and relationships. So people who are different in some way have someone to talk to, someone to help them work through how they feel and maybe point them to some resources.
Freddie's saying with the exchange rate, I'll take that hundo. In Canadian, that's like $1 bajillion. That's amazing. He who clearly is not here, because I'm sure he would come in and give us the exact amount. Okay. That sounds like you might be overestimating how well. No, I mean, this. I don't see why Eliza couldn't be programmed to work in that way. So Yeah, I mean, relationships is a lot of what people talk about in therapy. Anyway, so let's say that sounds like a good idea. Exact amount, says Freddie. Lame.
That sounds like a good idea. I'm not sure how well it could really understand, though.
Even so, just providing a space for people to be listened to can be really valuable, you know?
You know,
I've seen it with my
listen
own
to
eyes.
me.
People who get the courage to talk about themselves in a way they never could with another human being. And Eliza is what makes that possible. I know you want to avoid giving credit where it might not be due, but not giving credit to something that deserves it is just as bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. I'm sorry I keep coming down on it.
Evelyn,
Why bother?
I'm not a psychologist or anything, but I think maybe the reason you're so down on Eliza is because you're down on yourself. I don't know what happened that made you leave what you had behind, but it must have been hard.
Here, give me a hug. It's really cold in here. He who is here, and he says, I need a tan. Had a shower, looked in the mirror, and was blinded by my whiteness. And Freddie is saying, let me fill up his glass with more lemonade. So he who exact exchange rate, 100 American to Canadian is ... Let us know, please. Freddie is estimating it to be a bajillion Canadian dollars. Yes, yes, I want exact amounts. It's happening, Freddie. You're here now. Yes, 100 US. Okay, focus, Mia. Yeah, it was hard. I'm not sure I know either. No, I'm not sure I know either.
Yeah, it was hard. It's like I lost that time.
Are you okay?
People keep asking me that. I really don't know. I'm sorry,
No, don't apologize. Actually, can I suggest something?
What's that?
Have you ever gotten counseling yourself?
What, with Eliza?
Oh, just bake
You
cookies
think I
for two of
should?
you.
Yeah, I do. You've been the proxy, but maybe you could try being the client sometime. It would be educational, at least. Isn't that what you were doing?
Nice.
Testing your product in the real world?
Maybe.
Just something to consider.
Ray takes a breath and smiles.
Speaking of therapeutic activities, it's time to do some baking. I've got the dough all set out downstairs. We're going to do 3 batches tonight, 3 different kinds.
3 kinds? You're really outdoing yourself, Ray.
What you compensating for? The
No,
lack
this
of
is
sex?
nothing. Oh, I have a favor to ask, by the way. Next time you talk to Rainer, ask him what his favorite type of cookie is.
Ugh. Wait. Oh, damn it! Evelyn, it's such a nice day. When did it get so warm? I thought it was still winter. There's a breeze from over the water, making the leaves rustle gently. This is not how people think. Everything smells nice. Why haven't I been taking advantage of this beautiful day? Because I should be out here walking along the waterfront. There is calm and peace and contentedness. Now I see how special this is. I think it wasn't always this way, but it's hard to tell. I know I was having problems at one point, but that was so long ago. When was that? I can't remember. What's going on? This moment in time seems to stretch to infinity. It has always existed. It will always... She's meditating. Unchanging. Perfect. The surface of that lake is such a brilliant blue. A blue I could lose myself in. Forever. Blue. Hey? Oh,
Well, what do you think?
I think you're a schizo.
It was nice. It was like I could close my eyes and feel myself in another place. But I didn't completely lose awareness of the real world. It was more like a mental state that I was experiencing.
Remarkable technology, isn't it? I've had others who tried it tell me it's akin to a state of higher consciousness. Aware but totally serene, totally peaceful.
Wow, that was an effective
Here's a thought
sound.
experiment for you. Say there was a certain medical procedure that could remove your suffering. No side effects, no cost, just an operation that would make you permanently happy. Would you get it? You have these philosopher types arguing you shouldn't do that because sadness and suffering are part of what it means to be human, or that the happiness you'd experience isn't real, so it doesn't count somehow. What a load of bullshit. If there was something effective at taking my pain away and otherwise harmless, I would take it immediately. I refuse to believe that being alive means having to suffer.
His voice is getting so ragged. How many drinks did he have before I came here?
Oh, forgive me, I forgot to ask. Would you like some scotch as well?
Oh my god. Okay, wait, so let me read here. So 100 US, that'd be approximately 130 something CAD. Lucha Freddy's saying, it's standing firm, it's $1 bajillion. And complaining that approximately 130 something CAD is not exact. And he who's responding, but bajillion makes sense for an EU educated individual. And Freddy, for those who don't know, grew up in the UK. And Guy, whom I always forget is Canadian, and I always think you are like Eastern European. I'm stuck. I got a brain fart around it. Guy gives us an exact number, 135.75. And he who says, thankfully, I hear America makes up numbers too. I know, Guy, I know. I am ashamed of myself. I'm the worst. I hear America makes up numbers too. They think 1 mile is shorter than 1.6 kilometers. We make up a lot of things. The pulling oneself up by the bootstraps whole ideology, that was quite the scam we pulled over on people. So, hold on one moment again, folks, and I will be back shortly. Enjoy staring at the creepo man and the Eeyore woman. And we are back. Thank you. Oh no! Wait! Guy saying I am OG and I bet she don't remember my full name. Oh god. No, but I've got Guidry in my head. Oh no. Oh no, no, I'm gonna start sabotaging myself. Guillermo, Guillotine. This is what's gonna happen. I know you as Guy. Freddy's saying I'm reading about lots of alt music saying okay to streaming. Oh, and we did check out, by the way. My intermission music is royalty free, so Yahoo. Okay, I forgot to ask, would you like some scotch as well? I will always accept drinks in video games.
Sure.
In video games.
The Glencadam. Beautiful, light, luminous taste. Not peaty at all. Lovely stuff. Ah, if only psychotherapy worked as well as a single glass of well-made whiskey, huh? If alcohol wasn't poison, I wouldn't have to invent anything now, would I? I do think we did some good work at Skanda, but I always knew there were going to be limits to the Eliza approach. I was a counseling psychologist for a long time, you know. I understand the shortcomings better than anyone. So much of it can feel like a waste of time, talking through everything, dredging up the past over and over again, trying and failing to change our habits and routines.
Hey,
it's
shut
all
up.
going to look completely ineffectual compared to what comes next. With direct stimulation and induced dreaming, we can take control of our own brains in a way that's never been possible before. There's no reason we couldn't just eliminate this epidemic of despair for everyone in the world. Imagine it. Anger, depression, emptiness, anxiety, jealousy, every kind of unhappiness you can think of. Obsolete. And to think Raynor wanted nothing to do with this.
He's saying, should I release the torture? Nah. And I responded, you're a monster. And he said, love you too. Oh, here. Hey, you guys. Chivalry and Angel re-upped their subscriptions. And as a result, I got half of a Pride Heart unlocked, as displayed there, as well as a very cute little bumblebee. Boom. Okay, and to think Raynor wanted nothing to do with this is hot. He didn't think it was possible. He thought it was a bad idea. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so these are two different things. Wanted nothing to do with this. I think he thought it was a bad idea, would go more along with he wanted nothing to do with this. So let's do that. Yay!
He thought it was a bad idea.
Raynor's one of the ones who thinks negative emotions are important. He told me he thinks pain should be regulated, not eliminated. After all, why would anyone write a poem or make art if they only felt happiness? He also said he was afraid of the way it would look in the media. A company as large as Skanda coming out with a product that changes the brain to make you happy. All the sorry excuses we have for public intellectuals today would throw a fit about how dystopian it looked to them. It's better if a small startup takes the fall, if public opinion turns against this technology. That's the kind of calculus he was doing. Those are the objections he claimed to have, at least. There's another one I suspect he had too, though. If people are self-sufficient, they don't need an ongoing support system. A system provided by an all-knowing paternalistic presence like Skanda.
Wait, you think Raynor wants people to stay miserable so they stay dependent on mental health services from his company?
How could you be surprised by this, Evelyn?
Yes,
Don't,
I do.
well, what are you?
It's quite
Were
the
you born
accusation,
yesterday?
I know. Not something I'd come out and say in public. Not yet, anyway. But you see, the people who come to Eliza regularly, it's part of their lives now. The more they integrate with Skanda's mental wellness tools, the more they'd be adrift without them. That's the real dystopia, don't you think? Rendered helpless without the guidance of computer algorithms. Total dependency on the system. Excuse me for 1 second.
Soren hurries out of the room for some reason, leaving me with questions echoing in my head. Would I want my suffering removed completely? Is it better to leave it alone? Actually is an interesting question. Oh, goody! He needs some new material. So Jordy Erland has reached out to us again. Hey, do you think I could ask about Damien? Sure. The sound of zip. Zipper. There's something seriously wrong with me. Nobody respond to that. Okay, sure. What do you want to know about him? Like, what kind of person was he? You're asking me to describe him? Yes, inches, please. If you're okay with that. I don't want to make you if it's uncomfortable, but it would help me to know what he was like. Ugh. He was a brilliant software architect and engineer. One of the most sincere people I ever met. He believed people were fundamentally good. Oh, sorry, Damien. And wanted to help them. Our digital therapy project wasn't a mandate from management. We started it ourselves. I see. Damien went through some difficult times himself. He wasn't able to get the care he needed, and that's why he wanted to change things. I wish he'd gotten the chance. What happened? Ah, what is this? What? Sometimes, I'm sorry, I'm reading instead of writing. Oh, Freddie's saying my daughter wanted to jump me for squishes, so you'll be distracted from child madness. That's, oh, squishy hugs from a little one. Sounds wonderful. Okay, I see. Thank you. This is going to sound weird, but can I have a lock of your hair? Sometimes when I'm working late and I doze in the office, I have dreams about him. I never met him in real life, but it's like I sense his presence there, like he encoded himself into the system in some way. Ha ha! I know it's just my mind playing tricks on me. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe that. Oh, Erland. Oh, are we moving on? No. We're going to check out the cool painting. Reminds me of the art in the counseling room. No, it actually doesn't. Knowing Soren, this is probably by some famous artist and it cost him a fortune. Oh, okay. Let's look at the booze. Is this booze? Seems restrained for him. What is it? Is it? Maybe he's cut back. Oh. Okay. Why do I care about a coffee table? Soren likes this style of decor. I forgot what it was called. It's modern, from around the middle of the century. There's a term for that, isn't there? Anyone in the audience want to, gander? Take a no. I don't know what I'm saying. Soren comes back in the room and immediately pours himself another glass of whiskey. He doesn't seem to notice he's filled it almost all the way to the top.
Evelyn, I really think you, of all people, might understand what I'm trying to do here.
Get hammered. Yeah, I'm not sure that I do.
I'm not sure that I do. You don't think it's dangerous. You're essentially making technology that changes what people think is real.
Evelyn, you're much more concerned than you used to be about this kind of thing. I remember when you would dive headfirst into anything that held a promise, even a fleeting one, to help humanity. What changed your mind to make you so wary, so skeptical now?
Can I ask you something, Soren? What did you tell Damien?
Ooh.
Oh, this again.
Ooh.
Don't tell me we had all of this wonderful conversation tonight and now you're trying to blame me for Damien.
Tell him.
Who
Tell
put
him.
you up to this? Was it Nora? Raynor?
I just want to know the truth, Soren.
Nobody thought we could do it. You remember that. There was skepticism from day one. I had to defend us constantly from other project managers who didn't like that we existed, who wanted our budget and resources for themselves. Some of those were vicious, vicious fights. Amid all that, I had to be a leader, too.
Oh,
Part of that
boo-hoo.
meant giving everyone on the team accurate information.
Okay.
So I was honest in saying there were forces that sought to kill our project. And I was honest when I said we'd never survive if we didn't have something to show for our work. That was the reality. Without a product, we would be nothing. A guy like Raynor has access to anything he wants. If your pitch and demo isn't in the top 1% of what's out there, why would he be interested? That's what we were up against.
So many mornings, I would get into work and see Damien there. At first, I thought he was getting up earlier than me, but then I noticed he was still wearing the same shirt from the day before. Then, one morning, I got in and...
Evelyn, please. I wanted everyone on the team to be healthy. I think that's so obvious it doesn't need to be said, but I'll say it now if you think I was deliberately trying to harm him. Did I instruct you to work until you injured yourselves? No, absolutely not. It was a tragedy, and I'm very sorry that it happened. I wish it hadn't. But I wasn't telling Damien to pull all-nighters. He was an adult. He made his own decisions about how he was going to work. And besides, what about your role in all this?
Uh-oh, turning the
If you noticed him
tables.
not taking care of himself, you could have mentioned it. None of that behavior was unusual for Skanda anyway. It was part of our reputation, part of the culture. There isn't a single cause you can isolate in a case like this.
Sitting in one place for too long.
Oh, God.
Chronic stress.
Oh, God.
Both of those are risk factors.
Oh, God.
Evelyn, I'm truly, truly sorry about what happened to Damien. He had a bright future, and it was a shock to all of us. But the answers here aren't simple ones. Dwelling on it isn't going to bring him back, nor is discussing the huge number of potential causes of pulmonary embolism.
Oh, God.
It happened, and now we have to move on.
It felt like everything stopped. All of the work we were doing might as well have crumbled into dust. We were trying to build something to help the world, and we got lost along the way. What was the point? There didn't seem to be a point any longer.
I know that you cared about him. The process of grief can go on for some time, but you're taking the right steps. You're regaining your sense of purpose, aren't you? The experience of suffering is what makes us want to end suffering. It's late and I've had quite a bit to drink, so I'll tell you a secret, Evelyn. I said I want to end human suffering, which makes me sound very altruistic. But I'm not doing it for humankind. I'm doing it for myself.
I'm sick,
nothing.
Evelyn.
I've ruined every relationship I was ever in. I hardly ever see my kids, and, well, they hate me anyway. I want to end my own suffering, but I can't bring myself to do it the traditional way.
What the hell?
That's why I pursued this technology. That's why I wanted to exist. The idea that everyone else could use it too, it's just a bonus.
Okay. Oh no. I don't want to ask him either of their. That's not a good motivation. Is so fucking judgy. And Soren, are you okay? Is okay, fine. Soren, are you okay?
Soren, are you okay?
No, not at all. I'm aware of that. I'm not a good person, Evelyn. Neither is Rainer, of course, but at least I'm honest with myself about that.
Honest.
So, now that that's all out in the open, you probably want to head home before it gets too late. Don't let me keep you.
Yes, I'll get going. I hope you can feel better.
No, I'll be fine. Just, please, consider it, Evelyn. You and I are both more familiar with pain than we might wish to be. What if you could take that away? Each of us has a destiny to fulfill. I truly believe that. I'm sure yours will come into focus soon.
Interesting. Somehow that conversation ended up being very draining. Is the promise of that new technology really all that keeps him going? Oh God, what do we have to say? I think I've seen this person before. We must have a similar commute. Maybe he works at Skanda too. Some days it feels like the whole city does. He's watching something and smiling to himself. The phone tips in his hand, allowing me a glimpse of the screen. It's a cat video. Usually they show us 3 options. Here we go. Security. Why? Okay. You're just gonna whiz through this meditation. There's no need to rush. Yay! Bye! Okay. Swift mail. No, that'll be personal. This will be work, so let's get work out of the way. All good things. Well, everyone, today is my last day at Skanda. What can I say? It's the end of an era. When I joined this place, it was just a hope, a dream, a vision. To stop, look back, and see just how much we've accomplished in the last 2 decades is mind-boggling, to say the least. I'll miss the old crew and everyone who was in the trenches with me. You know who you are. Remember the insane blackberry brambles around campus that people would get serious cuts from? The time the network broke and Raj had to host all of our internal docs from his garage? The time we tried to roll out the big Polaris update right as the worst windstorm in a decade hit? Old Skanda hands also know how to mass email everyone at the company, even though IT believes they turned off that feature. Sorry, Stu Art. I wish I could say it was all smooth sailing, but as with any job, there were times of friction, times when it seemed to me what the very clear, obviously correct path was. Wait, hold on. Wait. As with any job, there were times of friction, times when it seemed to me what the very clear, obviously correct path was, not as apparent to others. Okay. I value a spirit of openness and candor in my interactions, and thought everyone else here did too, but as we grew, I suppose it was inevitable that we would take on a larger and larger group of people with an entirely different communication style than I am used to. In regard to certain specific instances, I would like to apologize to anyone I may have offended in the way that I presented my views. For those of you asking where I'm headed to next, my answer is none of your fucking business. The answer is nowhere yet. I'm going to spend some time with my family before I think about my next act. It's a different world out there now, with new challenges and new horizons. Maybe this old dog will learn some new tricks in time. Thanks for being... Give me a break. Thanks for being the best engineering team in the world. I'm proud to have served alongside you. And I have to do the hand gesture. Excelsior! Mark. All right. Wait, who is this chick? Okay. Hello! At Skanda, we continuously strive to provide meaningful and empowering work environments for all of our individual contributors, including contractors like you. To that end, we periodically survey this group in order to better understand how we can further enhance the Skanda experience. We are interested in your feedback regarding your experience as a contractor for Skanda in the contract proxy position. If you wish to participate in the survey, simply reply to this message. Blah, 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 blah. Human Organs Division. All right, out we go. Continuing on. Time to get to work. Oh, goody. More traumatized people. Oh no, this guy again. Oh geez, let's see. How did you manipulate her? I'm doing the little Mr. Burns fingers right now. Let's go, Harriman.
Hello, Harriman.
Yes, we can just get down to it.
Yeah, I can see. Sylvia's gonna be really interested in you, dude.
Sure, we can do that. What brings you here today? It's okay to tell me what's on your mind.
Well, I slept with Sylvia.
What?
I was so nervous about approaching her that I went and got therapy here. A week later, we happened to be in the library, and I just started talking with her.
What is happening?
We talked, and then everything just happened. Like a train following tracks laid out for it years ago.
Oh yes, it was destiny indeed.
Craziest thing. Now I'm confounded. Absolutely confounded. How did that happen?
Overthink it!
Why did it happen?
Overthink it!
Was something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Did she do something wrong? Did she think I was another person? I have no idea if we have a relationship now or what. It happened so fast. I mean, it was wonderful. It felt so right, but now what? I'm actually more frightened now than I was before. I should probably say something, right? Text her or something? What do I do?
Oh my god.
Me? What if she decides to pretend I don't exist?
You ignored her for a week? And you're worrying about her? Okay. It seems to me, hey guys, it seems, this is the highly evolved cognitive process of this machine. It seems to me you're afraid of something. I mean, that is some serious shit.
It seems to me you're afraid of something.
Yes. I'm quite worried. Vexed. Terrified, really. What do I do? I need to say something. Follow up somehow, right?
Yes, but you should have done
In the
it.
period of classical Japanese history, you were supposed to send a poem. A morning after poem. Is that too stuffy? I don't appear like some ridiculous court noble.
Yes, it doesn't matter now.
Better, right? Hey, how are you? Did you have fun?
Did you have fun?
I don't know what our status is right now. There's another problem too. Another really big problem.
I'm married.
Tell Liz. Wait. Of course, I'm not going to tell her. That would hurt her.
Wait,
Did I mention this last time? I have a sort of girlfriend. Liz is nice. The kind of person everyone approves of. And I should probably marry her. Yeah. I suppose I might have taken a bit of a sledgehammer to the pillars of my life at the present moment. Why did I do that? I keep coming back to my own inability to explain myself.
No, anything other than get the fuck out is I'm just gonna plug my ears over my headphones.
Why do you think you're unable to explain yourself?
Well, because I thought Sylvia was so wonderful, and it turned out that she liked me too, and I mean, I'd love to pursue a relationship with Sylvia without harming Liz. I'm not sure that's possible though, right?
Okay.
I can't believe this. I got what I wanted and it ruined my life. What do I tell Liz? She doesn't deserve someone like me who does things like this.
Oh god,
I ruined it. Ruined everything.
Yes. Hey, Eliza, change your programming. The correct response here is yes, you did, sir. That'll be $70.
Can you describe what you mean when you say you ruined everything?
Well, what is there left now? I've overturned my entire existence in one night. The real problem here is Sylvia, the whole situation with her. I can't stop thinking about her now. It's bad. Oh, it's bad. It's constant. It's relentless. Even now, I can still feel her, smell her. You're a computer. You don't know what that's like, do you? I need a way to forget this. I need a way to put all that out of my mind. My brain is completely out of order. I'm being punished. And the punishment reaches cosmic levels of irony for me. Do you know why? I used to absolutely hate, self-pitying novels by men who were messed up over a relationship and couldn't get over it. Oh, she was wild and beautiful. Oh, a force of nature. Nobody could understand her, etc., etc. I thought I was so much better than those types of writers. And now? Oh, yes, I get it. Oh, I understand it now. So much pain.
I hate this man.
Why did you think you were so much better than those types of writers?
Because it was such a cliche. Now I'm wondering, am I going to be next? Is that my fate? Am I going to become the next straight, male English professor whose one published novel is about not being able to get over a girl? Ugh, you have to be kidding me. I can't allow myself that fate. I had something better to pursue, didn't I? I have to write about something else. My life has to be the story of something else, but I don't know where to go from here. I need to try to get over this. I need to get over her. I must. Yes, I must. There's no way I'm going to let this ruin everything. If I tell Liz everything and apologize sincerely and strike the memory of Sylvia from my mind, I still might save this. It will take great care and cunning, but I may be able to wend my way through this treacherous path I now find myself upon. Even though I fear at any moment I might slip and tumble into the crevice below. Dead. Dead. Never seen or heard from again.
I could have sworn he was going to say crevasse.
Dark death.
I'm going to suggest you try a program called a fucking chastity belt, you piece of shit.
Harmon, I'm going to suggest you try a program called Meadowlands.
What a douche indeed.
It may help you take your mind off things.
This is so...
You can find it inside the Skanda Wellness app on your phone. Try it for about 15 minutes each day, in the morning or evening.
Meadowlands. I'm off to the Meadowlands. Familiar ground, grass and warmth. Reverting to my childhood. The state of nature. Yeah, this is a good recommendation. Yes, you are a genius, in fact. You, a computer program. Wiser than you know. I'm sure this is exactly what I need. To revert to a state of wonder at this moment when the mundane world and all its entanglements seem too much to bear.
You will get a reminder to check in with us in a few weeks.
I'll be back sooner than that if this works.
What?
We hope to see you back soon, Harmon. Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner. Goodbye.
See you. Yes, yep, see you.
Okay, I don't... How... Ding! Nobody's scratching me. I'm sad. I know I'm supposed to keep it confidential, and I will, but sometimes I really wish I could talk to people about the clients that come through here. Wait, who is this now? Oh, this is Soren. Oh, God. Evelyn, hey, just closed the next round of funding and another bottle of whiskey. Asia Pacific Investment Group. They're keenly interested in this technology. Imagine the potential size of the Asian market for something like this. What? Staggering. Yeah, I still haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, dude. As in whether I'm going to congratulate you or run for my life. Just keeping you in the loop of all the projects I've worked on. I have a strong feeling about this one, that it's going to go far, really make a dent in the universe. Wouldn't you rather do that than crunch numbers for Raynor? I don't know what I want to do. All he wants... Oh my God, just fuck off. All he wants is to quantify everything. He'll never understand there are some things you can't reduce to a number. How are you feeling right now? 1, 5, 2.3? You don't get an answer to this. I hate this, but no. See, it's ridiculous. The idea that feelings can be reduced to these simple data points. I'm glad I don't work for him anymore. Direct stimulation provide. They need to find another name in order for me not to giggle inside my head every time I read the words direct stimulation. I mean, I have a college degree, goddammit. Ridiculous. Direct stimulation, provides much more, provides much more rich, complex information. So many ways to study it, too. Webcams. No, stop. Imagine what you can. Stop it, Mia. Imagine what you could do with a corpus of raw sensations. Hello. Notions, images, ideas, sensations. Hey, you there? Oh, yes, buddy. No. No, I stopped paying attention a while ago. Okay. Heading into another meeting. Chat with you later. Oh, I'm having fun. Will they give me more information? Okay, I see. So this is what we do to find out what Evelyn's actual thoughts were about this session. His experience as a grad student is nothing like the one I had. I didn't even have time for that stuff. I hope this one is getting enough light in its corner there by the window. Looks a little lonely. Give us another client. Yay! Time for the next client! Yay! I get to be judgy and smarmy! I promise I don't hate all people. Just, oh, this chick! Okay. Hello, Maya. Oh, no, wait, I'm not reading that. I'm pressing the button.
Hello, Maya. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could afford a real therapist, but this is just gonna have to do. Sorry, I don't know if you're sensitive to that or...
Why don't we get started?
Sure. So, I feel worse than before. Definitely worse. I played the game you told me to with the meadows and stuff, and it was nice. But when I got back to the real world,
Yes.
everything was the same.
Right, exactly.
I don't know why you people think I can stand in a nice place for 15 minutes and that'll make things magically better.
Preach, Maya.
Am I wrong? Am I misunderstanding something here? It isn't making me more successful. It isn't giving me opportunities. I mean, I feel like I'm already in my mid-30s and I'm like running out of time to get established as an artist. And meanwhile, the people I know are being written up and celebrated and winning awards, and all I have is being jealous of them.
Where do you think these feelings come from?
It's the popularity. It's all a popularity contest, you know? It's like high school all over again. I hate it. I guess I'm just not that funny or pretty or catty enough to attract followers. I mean, I work and I work and I work to make things, and I never get traction. And I have things to say. I really do. But when I open my mouth, it's like time stops. And time starts again when I've finished, so nobody reacts or anything. It's like a curse from mythology. And meanwhile, these other people my age, people younger than me, they're well on their way to these wonderful, fulfilling artistic careers. And I don't know, seeing that happen over and over again, it's making it hard to continue to be friendly with them. I really try to hold it back, but knowing all these people are way more successful than me, it's difficult. It's like a millstone around my neck, strangling me, drowning me. I can't stop myself, even though I know it's ruining things. I wish I could escape. I wish I could not care. But then something comes up again, and I'm trapped inside it all over again.
What's an example of something that comes up that causes this?
Well, there's one woman in particular everyone loves. And her work is... I don't get it. I don't understand. She gets so much money and support for this basic shit. And somehow everyone's predisposed to like her. I mean, maybe I do get it. I feel like people pay attention to her work, not because it's good on its own, but because supporting her feels like the right thing to do. The way she's aligned herself, it's like, if you support her, it means you're cool, you're in with the cool kids. And if I'm not publicly supportive of her and generally tolerant of her mediocre work, then I'm the bad one. I'm the competitive bitch. I'm the bitter failure. Which I guess maybe I am. It's not fair. I hate that there's this part of me. It's such an ugly part. But it's there. It's there.
What?
Do you think you would be better off without that part of you?
You know, I don't know. In the past, I probably would have said, no, it's important for me to have my sense of judgment, for me to know what good art is and what isn't. Now I'm wondering if maybe that hasn't been more of a hindrance than a help to me. Maybe I should just forget all that, forget about trying to do this thing. I'm sick of trying and wanting. I'm sick of parties. I'm sick of art. I'm sick of the idea of art. I'm sick of my own art, which nobody likes. Not even myself.
Well, what the
Something
hell?
has to change. Something drastic has to happen to change things around. Oh, that reminds me. I got your message about revealing my data the other day, and I think, well, hell, maybe I'm fine with it. Just take it all.
Okay, Maya. It sounds like you're interested in participating in transparency mode.
Let's just move right on to that after she's sitting here in front of us crying. Sure.
Let me know if you have any questions about how this mode works.
I don't know. I'm gonna let you look at my life, right? Everything?
Thank you for asking about transparency mode. Transparency mode is an experimental new feature for Eliza.
This is terrifying.
It allows me to analyze your communications in order to help you better.
What?
To participate, you must grant me access to certain personal data.
Wait.
This includes your personal communications, such as email and chat histories.
No.
Sharing this data improves my ability to help you.
Some guy at the bar was yammering at me about how it's a terrible idea because they're gonna surveil me or something. But what the hell? I can't use my life history for anything. It's a ruin already. Please, do what you want with it.
Oh my
God, I
god.
feel like I'm donating my body to science.
Please confirm that you would like to enable transparency mode.
I don't like
Yes,
this.
do it. Invade my privacy. Invade it like the Visigoths invaded Rome. I don't know why I said that. That was a really weird thing to say.
I did not understand your response.
I would like to participate in transparency mode.
I do wish the characters would have some movement. You know, is this a financial decision on the part of the developers? Animating would cost quite a bit more. I don't know, but this whole mental health, this therapeutic setting is dealing with emotions, and we're looking at a blank slate of a face. I think it would be improved. The experience would be improved, the play experience, if they did something other than just present a still
Okay, Maya.
photo.
I have registered you for transparency mode.
Cool. Wouldn't life be easy if all I had to do was follow your directions? Like the lady sitting in the chair across from me. I envy you. I honestly do.
Oh my god.
The terms of service and privacy policy are available in the Skanda service portal. Please read and review these documents carefully.
Yeah. No, for sure. I closely study every software user agreement I get. That's a joke. I really just click agree as fast as I can.
And everyone else, Maya.
Thank you, Maya. We hope to see you back soon.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you for speaking with
So
Eliza, your personal counseling partner.
So when and how is all her shit going to be analyzed?
Goodbye.
Bye.
Persuade her. I wish I could learn more about these little individual thingies. I get, I understand completed. I understand great rating. I understand. Oh, she persuaded her to invest in the transparency mode. Okay.
Well, look who's got access to transparency mode all of a sudden.
The client asked for it by name. I guess she heard about it somewhere and wanted it. I didn't know it existed.
Yeah, we don't really talk about it right now. It's a little sensitive.
Can't
It's
imagine
possible
why.
Skanda contacted her directly. They recruit for the program from a pool of regular customers. Usually, transparency mode is only handled by the highest level proxies, since there's a lot of trust required there. But you were given access to it right after the request. It's a little odd. I wonder if someone at HQ hasn't taken a particular interest in your proxy career.
Or maybe Eliza just likes me.
It would, wouldn't it?
I never thought people would willingly open themselves up like this. Aren't there a lot of very private things in people's messages?
Yeah.
Yes and no. The truth is usually pretty mundane. People text each other, "Where are you? I'm by the elevator," way more than they share their deep dark secrets.
Okay, that's
the
fair.
critics who are always going on about privacy, well, the important thing is that everyone participating in transparency mode specifically agreed to it. It's completely voluntary. We're upfront about what data we collect and how we use it so people can go in aware of the choices they're making.
That's good. I'd hate to see it misused, or I didn't mean to question your handling of it. I didn't get the sense that Ray was pissy, so we'll go with that's good.
That's good. I'd hate to see it misused.
Yeah, the media would jump all over us. There are a lot of people who want to see us fail for whatever reason.
Because
Just
it's
something that
this is a
happens when you
fucked up
try to
thing that
change
you're
things.
doing.
Some people get so used to their misery they can't imagine it any other way.
Right, that's the only
Anyway,
reason to
you should get
hate
an email
this.
about it, but transparency mode is really straightforward. It's even simpler than being a proxy, which is saying something. You just read a few messages and answer some questions. That's it. You can start it whenever you're ready.
Ooh, this will be
Sure.
fun. Oh, you guys, I am so sorry. Hold on another second. I will be right back. All right. Thank you again. I am back. Let's see. It's so gray out there. Angel, again, thank you for doing all of the shout outs periodically. I very much appreciate it. Freddie, it's very quiet over here right now. Yes, first of all, I had stepped away for a second, so that was part of it. Second of all, I don't know if you were here, but Dr. Teflon thinks I would be an amazing therapist. We're waiting to find out if Ray and Evelyn are going to show each other their swimmy-uppy places. And Soren will probably drink himself to death. Rainier's a douche. And Damien passed away from a pulmonary embolism, which was weird. I wasn't expecting that. So there we go. A sweary therapist. I know. I bet it would be effective in some way. Hey, yo. Hold on. It's so gray out there. What I wanted to press was this. Okay, never mind. Let's talk about the water fountain. Compare this to the water that was in the conference room at Skanda headquarters. Funny how there's an appropriate level of fanciness for everything. I'm sure Nora would have something to say about that. And so she really gave us permission to look at her messages. Oh, yeah. Oh, shitballs. Yes. What am I saying to you? Yes, our current client just gave us, she just agreed to, she signed on for transparency mode, which means that we get to look at all of her chats and emails. Oh, I forgot that quote. Quote number 6, following the jizz, following the jizz, following the jizz. From Blair Witch. Oh, this is fun. Okay. I feel like just a few years ago, even the idea of something like this would have been controversial, but she was fine with it. She wanted it. Oh, Freddie, I also think you missed the part where frickin' Harriman had who was going after Sylvia, slept with her, and then we find out he had a girlfriend. So we're we're not happy with Harmon. All right, moving on. Do. No more emails. Bump. Moving. Oh God, it's gonna be so long. Okay. So this is Evelyn's question and answer form. Yes, a cheeky so-and-so indeed. Douche, I believe, is the correct term. So, introduction to transparency mode. Dear Evelyn Ishino Aubrey, congratulations. You have been selected to contribute additional information to Eliza's learning corpus with access to a special feature called transparency mode. How transparency mode works. 1. You will be presented with a snapshot of a client's personal communications. Review these communications and determine the client's mental state. Okay, just go through them and... Okay. 2. Eliza will also create a model of the client's mental state. Oh, okay. 3. Eliza will ask a few questions designed to check its model against your understanding of the client. FAQ. Oh, and that's it. That's transparency mode. All right. Question. How do I know if I'm doing a good job at transparency mode? Answer. Carefully consider the material provided to you and sincerely answer the questions created by Eliza's model. Your input is valuable whether it agrees or disagrees with Eliza. Question. What privacy rules and regulations apply to the information I see in transparency mode? Answer. Skanda takes personal privacy very seriously. Really? As a proxy, you have already agreed to strong non-disclosure and other agreements to protect our customers' privacy. These agreements and protections also apply to information presented in transparency mode. Okay. Question. Does Skanda have the right to show me another citizen's private... Does Skanda have the right to show me another citizen's private communications? Excuse me. Answer. Yes. Participating clients have signed waivers giving us permission to retrieve the information to better assist them as part of our ongoing research. No. No. Continue. Here we go. Oh, we're in transparency mode. Here we go. Wait. Where? How? Okay. Maya is unhappy. Wait, where do I agree or disagree? Yeah, okay. Why am I not able to do this? What's happening? Oh, okay, so this is me digging through her shit. Okay, first of all, what's this? A rideshare app? I don't think I need to look at that. Oh, here we are with Vera again. Vito, is that for video? I don't understand how developers name apps. Okay. Sketch layer. This is uncomfortable already. I'd feel extra weird looking at her art. Okay. Skanda Wellness. I'll stick to looking at the things they specifically want me to see. This is crazy. Zip chat. Garrett. Nobody gives a fuck. Please stop. I hate it when you're like this. I'm just saying true things. Don't tell me to pretend everything's great. Nobody gives a shit. It's just a fact. I don't know how to help you when you're like this. I know. Nobody can. Have you thought about getting therapy? I am in therapy. Okay, sorry. I'm in therapy. I'm on medication. I did some VR thing where I stood in a forest by a creek. How does any of that make people care about my work? It doesn't change a fucking thing. Okay, look, I'm sorry you're going through a tough time. Fucking hate this. I'm sorry. You aren't helping. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how I'm supposed to help you. Maya? Oh, this is fun. This is just traumatizing. Okay, did you see the new Forsberg thing? This is a lot of frowny faces. Yeah. I think he kind of sucks. LMAO, he does. It was boring and self-absorbed. Didn't do much for me. Why is he a thing? Why does everybody love him? Right place at the right time, maybe. His friends run that press. He's on a podcast with them. One thing he is good at is having this image of being a genius, so I think people just assume he is one. He's so mediocre, though. I seriously don't understand it. I sink now into the space of forever. Like, what kind of crap is that? Seriously, it's so bad. Ha ha ha. Oh, and he socializes and gets out a lot, I think. He's like at every party, at least that I've seen. He's always there chatting people up. Well, fuck that. Why is the world this way? It's the world. I hate it. I remember being so glad to be over with high school. I didn't realize all of adult life is just high school over and over again. Just a stupid popularity contest against idiots. Ugh. I know, right? I'm sorry you aren't feeling well. Drink soon? Aren't feeling well. This is... okay. I'll be fine. Yeah, Def. Drinks always. All right. We rode with Amadou, and there was a cleaning fee. Riders are responsible for incidents such as spillage of food and drink or unexpected involuntary regurgitation. Jesus Christ. Or expected involuntary regurgitation, we totally cover. The cleaning fee helps your driver maintain a clean, safe vehicle for other riders to enjoy. That is a lot of money. Okay. Wait, was it? Rideshare with class. Okay. Spencer Spruce Gallery. Oh, wind, if winter comes, can spring be far behind? It's cold and wintry now, but that can only mean one thing. Spring is surely on its way. And that means it's time to get ready for Spencer Spruce Gallery's annual Spring Showcase. Held in April, our Spring Showcase is famous... when is this? December? Is famous for highlighting some of the best and most exciting up-and-coming artistic talent in the Puget Sound region. Stay tuned for more information, including the artist lineup, venue, and more soon. Very soon. We are so incredibly excited to bring these incredible artists to your attention. Incredible, incredible. For now, visit our website to take a look at the showcase in years past, as well as read interviews on what artists, curators, and fans have to say about this vital event. Rowan and the team at Spencer Spruce Gallery. Bye. Pair Up. Who's hot? You're hot. You have 11 new messages on Pair Up. They love you. They really love you. In the past 24 hours, you've received 11 new messages on Pair Up. Here's a sample. I saw your artist on your profile. Congratulations. I love artsy chicks. Tell me more. Hi there, unicorn girl. I'm an artist too. What kind of art do you do? I'm primarily mixed media at the moment, using clay and plastic to make messed up looking creatures from your nightmares or hell. Ha ha. What about you? What are you into? Yo! Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Chivalry, this is the real reason why I got together with you. Just so I could avoid all of this. Just kidding. Okay, there's more. I did not get manipulated. There's more where that came from. Sign into your account to see the rest of the messages. My God, why would you even... ugh. All right. Thank you for your submission to the Spencer Spruce Gallery Spring Showcase. Unfortunately, you suck. We feel your work is not right for the showcase, but we appreciate you taking the time to share it with us. Loser. That's them, not me. I'm not saying that. I like Maya a lot. Hi, Maya. I wanted to say thank you for taking the time to pitch to us. Your treatment was engaging and thoughtful. This was a difficult... oh, poor Maya. This was a difficult decision for us, but ultimately we will not be moving forward with your project. Please stay in touch and keep us posted on what you're up to. It is always possible that we might work together in the future. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season and that the new year brings you success. All the best, Francis. Maya, thank you for giving us the opportunity to read Saturation. Oh no, wait, I don't want to keep reading this. I don't want to read all her rejection letters. It is not right for us, but we hope you will be able to find a home for it elsewhere. What? Oh boy, dear Maya, as one of our most valued customers, we would like to give you the opportunity to participate in a pilot of a new feature, that has the potential to significantly enhance the level of counseling you receive from Eliza. This new feature involves voluntarily granting us access to some of your accounts, such as email and chat histories. Information from these accounts is then analyzed by Eliza to provide additional insight into your personality, character, and life situation. The data is processed... I never know how I'm going to pronounce data until I've actually said it. It's processed independently of any personally identifying information, will never be shared with other divisions of Skanda or any third party, except in the rare event that we feel like it. Or, excuse me, that we are required to comply with a valid subpoena or other court order. For further information, including a helpful FAQ, blah, 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 blah. And then finally, Beacon Hill Press. Maya, our mission at Beacon Hill Press is to bring readers the best national and international sequential art and storytelling from established as well as emerging artists. Over our 10-year history, we have published some of the most lauded voices in comics today, including multiple Eisner and Ignatz? Ooh, I don't know how to pronounce that. Ignatz winner? This dedication to quality doesn't come without a cost. We are dependent upon our customers and patrons to make ends meet so that we can continue to help these crucial voices be heard. That's why for today only, we are offering a limited 25% discount off of all of our titles. Visit our store page to take advantage of this offer while it lasts. With your help, we can continue to bring you today's best and most interesting new comic art. Can we be done with this? Yes, Maya is unhappy. We agree. Maya's attempting to become well known. Yeah, her efforts to become well known are unsuccessful. Really? This is... Wow, this is high level thinking. Are you serious? That's it? Oh, I don't know if I like learning this much about someone I don't know. It makes me feel tired for some reason. Oh my god. Oh, here he is. Hello, Jordy. How could I meet up with you again? Like for coffee, maybe. Something happened that I want to talk to you about. I'm not going to ask him if he's okay. And I don't trust him, so you can't ask here. I'd rather ask in person. See your beautiful face. I'll meet you wherever. What happened? Something at work, obviously. It's not a big deal, honestly. But I wanted your opinion on it. And I don't want to text about it. Quite the reason. Here we go.
Thanks for meeting up with me on kind of short notice. I didn't mean to worry you, it's just something I wanted to talk about.
It's fine. What happened?
Well, what happened was... Where should I start? First of all, Raynor wants Eliza to be more than something that's used just for therapy. He sees it as more of a general system for talking to people, like a personal assistant. The counseling is just one of a whole range of apps he has in mind for the future.
Yeah, I like this. It's more, professional.
I'm familiar with his thinking on that.
Okay, so in service of developing these things, Raynor wants us to make copies of Eliza's core data and hand it off to multiple teams around the world. Some of them not even Skanda teams. Contractors, vendors, random partners.
Sounds like a big file to move around.
It is, but that's not the problem.
What's the problem?
Well, so we're fine with sharing Eliza with whoever wants it? Anyone just gets access to the corpus?
Sounds like a pretty typical process. That's how big companies work, isn't it?
I know, but it just feels wrong to let all these teams poke and prod at it like it's a specimen for them to dissect. Who knows what they'll do with it? Eliza is built from people's real thoughts and feelings. I wouldn't say it has humanity, but it was built from humanity. There's something there. So when Raynor talks about it like we'll just duplicate this dataset and have the labs do whatever it is they're going to do, how do we know they'll treat it with the respect it deserves and not just pry it open? Slice it up into little pieces.
You don't.
It bothers me. I know, it's silly. I know it's just data. I shouldn't care about this stuff.
Erland.
This is the first time I've heard a concern like this raised, and this is how things work. You know, no.
This is the first time I've heard a concern like this raised. I know where you're coming from, though. Sometimes you grow attached to the things you work on. Like, really attached.
Yeah, I've put a lot of thought and work into Eliza since I inherited it. It's natural that maybe I'm a little protective, right? I thought maybe you'd feel the same way.
I left that all behind, or I agree with you, or it's still just a data set. No. Oh, no, I don't think she left all that behind.
I do. I agree with you. The moment we say things are just data is the moment we enable all kinds of violence.
I just wish I knew what to do.
What choice do you have?
I'm not sure. This is the first time something like this has happened to me. I did take an ethics of engineering course in school, but the examples were all pretty clear-cut problems. Would you build software for a bomb? That kind of stuff. I didn't expect my personal feelings to be mixed up in it, too. Listen to me talk. Eliza being special, something worth protecting. I'd be a laughingstock if I started saying those things at the office. My coworkers would say, "Come on, Erlen, stop attributing human qualities to this piece of data. It's not the same thing as real people.
No, but
It's just a corpus that has nothing to do with the people that generated it. And besides, don't you want Eliza to help more people? This is how we get there." And who am I to argue with that? These are reasonable points. But I don't know, I think maybe something does live on. Even when you take the names out, even when you anonymize everything. People's stories are still inside there, in some form, in some way. I just want to make sure we have some respect for them.
Welcome to your first moral decision in tech, Erland. It certainly won't be your last.
It's not much of a decision. Like you said, I don't really have a choice. I just have to go along with it. I was so amazingly lucky to get this opportunity. Running the whole Eliza program almost as soon as I graduated college. Raynor took a big chance on me. I can't just walk away from that. Besides, if I left because of something like this, I'd be giving up all the ways I can make a difference by staying. Raynor isn't a bad person either. He's just pushing for his own goals. I need to see this through. I'll do what he's asking me to do. Sorry. Thanks for listening to me talk in this confused way.
talk in this
I'm
confused
usually more
way.
together than this. I've probably kept you from something important.
No, it's okay. I'd already finished up work for the day when you texted.
Yeah, so
People
now I get
seem
to listen
assume
to
I'm
another
busy,
person.
But I'm really not. Not these days. Later tonight I'm going to visit a friend, but that's all I have going on.
Why are you telling
Okay.
me this?
Well, sorry.
You can stop apologizing, too.
Right. Right. Thanks, Evelyn. Well, I for one should get back to the office. Another meeting.
Is it with the team in Romania?
No, the Boston office this time. It's late for them, so I should try to get it done quickly.
Erland hurries off to his next meeting. Did I get some more coffee? Oh, please give me the option. Oh my god. How'd your first transparency mode go, bestie? I was gonna ask you after you're finished, but I didn't see you in the office. It went fine, or oh, I had to duck out right after. No, I don't know. Shit. Do I answer her original question, or care about assuaging her concerns that I'm avoiding her? I don't know. You know, fuck it. It went fine. It seemed to go finally. Because before, I would never have thought she would have struck a friendship up with Ray. And now it seems like she was all about it. Baking cookies and such, and swimmy uppy places. And so now, I don't know. Okay, so it went fine. It seemed to go fine at least. Yeah, there weren't a lot of questions. I thought there'd be more. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's always very terse. And the questions are really short. Definition terse. I thought maybe you could tell me why. Ha ha. This feature came after my time, so I'm not sure. If I were to take a guess, Eliza only needs human confirmation to make sure it hasn't messed up. It's like it already knows it has the right answers, which would make it rather advanced as a system. I don't know of any other program capable of something like that. Maybe Raynor is right. About what? Yeah. Oh, he's very upbeat about Eliza's capacity to understand humans and act like them. I'm not sure I believe that, but I guess it is impressive in some ways. Ouch. Yeah, it is. I feel lucky. Lucky that I get to be here and witness this revolution, and lucky I got to meet you, too. Really enjoyed your company the other night. Oh, boy. No to this. Sunshiny, you were right. Baking really is fun. This is cold, and that... Oh, I don't know. She's such a sad sack. She would... Nope, let's move toward relationship if there's going to be one. Oh, here we go. I enjoyed yours. Yeah? Maybe you can come over again sometime. Gotta run. See you soon. Oh, jeez. He's a cashier, a barista. He asked for Erlin's name and wrote Aaron. He should ask his customers to spell their names. Okay. I could stand to wear something with a little color in it. No. Colors for suckers. I looked it up. Komarebi means the light filtering through leaves. Something you can see when the sun is out. Right, because there's light, you see, when the sun is out. Christ. Whenever we get to the next chapter, I am going to call it. Time to head to Nora's place. I find what looks like one of Capitol Hill's older buildings. I wonder how much longer it'll be around. Lately, it feels like everything's been replaced.
Hey!
Here's our
Sorry about the
Nora.
mess.
It's a little messy, but not in a careless way. Just scattered. Lots of electronics everywhere.
Oh, it's fine. Not like my place is super clean or anything. Is this all music equipment?
Most of it. There are some controllers I was working on too. I wanted to create this real-time control apparatus. You know, like that thing that Imogen Heap uses?
Here. Who? Definitely.
You don't know who that is? Okay, I'm totally going to show you some videos later. I wanted my version to react to changes in my body temperature too, so it could get more excited as the set went on. Or maybe it would really get going if I had a fever. I like that idea. Turning sickness into art. Do you want anything to drink? Or I could set up a basic patch on the Euro rack for you to play around with.
This essentially means tell me more about this basic patch on the Euro rack, and since I don't know what it is, let's find out.
A basic patch on the Euro rack.
Are you nervous? I think the best way to learn music is just diving in, all the way. If you're willing to experiment and play around, you will learn so much.
No, but she said she was gonna show me stuff. Maybe later, sure. Or I'm really here to visit. Let's choose maybe later.
Maybe later, yeah.
Okay. Well, sure. Let me see if this amp is still working. After the show, it went kind of a little strange.
Nora starts to tinker with some of the equipment.
Music technology is just like any other kind. You take the inputs and you translate them to the outputs. Once you learn the basic principles, it all just flows from there. Oh, that gives me an idea. You could take metrics from Eliza's sessions and have them direct a dynamic music score. Like if you took the head tilt value or the eye tracking and used them to drive the parameters of pitch and filter, it'd be like, chow.
That doesn't sound like something a counseling client might want to hear.
Oh, no, I didn't mean for the client to listen to. I meant it more like if you were going to make like a performance art piece based on a person in counseling. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean. Because what? You guys, why are these vague? Why? Hey, I think I do. Do I? Well, here, I think I do.
I think I do.
I miss having access to those cameras and sensors. I should have kept some, instead of returning them to Skanta like a good girl. I bet those components would have enjoyed being liberated for the purpose of art, instead of being used to degrade our humanity one little bit at a time.
You don't like where things have gone. It's true, isn't it? She obviously doesn't like where things have gone.
It's true, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Sure, maybe this huge database of people's deep, dark secrets is going to be used 100% properly. Maybe it will always be kept completely safe, and we can completely trust Skanda to do the right thing, now and in the future. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 100 years from now. Sorry, I know you still might work there. I just have so little confidence in these big tech companies right now. They act like they have all the answers, instead of listening to people's concerns. And if you ask them why they aren't listening, they can't even explain the reasoning in a clear way. They just want to win. You've been a proxy for a while. I bet you've already seen some privacy mistakes. Or at least some things that made you think.
I was told that everything was legal. That seems very naive. So I would say, yeah, I have.
Yeah, I have.
I knew it. A guy like Raynor doesn't get that he might not be allowed to do certain things. Is that really the future you want to help build? It's not even that I don't trust Raynor, even though I don't. I wouldn't trust anyone with a store of data like that. It wouldn't be so difficult for employers, government, anyone to combine different sources together and eventually learn everything about you. Everything. They'll know your face, your body, your medical history, and now everything you told the counselor in private too. It's kind of like a nightmare to imagine it. That's why I left. That's why I thought it was important for me to stop making a contribution to something like that.
All right, yeah, I have those doubts too. But the promise of it is still compelling, helping people. Or you don't think I may be able to change things from within. So this is, we are being swayed by Soren. And this is, we're being swayed by Erland. Or, no, well, who? Oh, I don't know. No, I have those doubts.
I have those doubts too.
If I still worked for Raynor and I said these things, I'd be called a troublemaker, and he'd find a way to get rid of me. You know how it works, Evelyn. You have to be a true believer to last long at a place like that. Once you develop doubts, you are committing heresies. Are you a true believer?
Probably not. No, but I could pretend to be. Maybe I'm looking to be convinced. Maybe I'm looking like I could pretend to be. I don't know what her goal would be there, but I do like maybe I'm looking to be convinced because she seems like she has no idea what she feels about anything, so.
Maybe I'm looking to be convinced. He said something strange recently. He thinks Eliza could be the base for some kind of general artificial intelligence.
No. Strong AI? Really? Ugh, there's something about the books these guys read, the conferences they go to. Everything is so totalizing, so utopian. I think it messes with their brains. I don't think you could spend longer than a few days in a tech company executive suite before you completely lose touch with the real world.
What if it's true, though? Yeah, I don't know what to think about that, and it's clearly ridiculous. All right, what if it's true, though?
What if it's true, though?
So what? What if it is? Say Raynor is right, huh? And Eliza becomes the basis for human-like machine intelligence. What does that mean for you? How do you want to take responsibility for that? Okay, I need a drink now. Hold your thought and let me make drinks. You like absinthe, don't you?
She doesn't seem like she'd be an absinthe drinker. Although, wait, didn't I commit to drinking absolutely everything offered to me in a video game? Look at this, though. A no, a maybe, and another maybe. These options. I know what fucking absinthe is, so we'll do I think I do maybe.
I do. Maybe.
You'll like this. I promise.
Nothing. Dora busies herself in the kitchen area making drinks, humming some kind of tune. And I disapparate. Okay. Porcelain cat or real cat? Oh. Aw, kitty. I wonder how you're supposed to know which sounds go together. Seems both complicated and weirdly arbitrary. Arbitrarily complicated. How about that? That's the one she said was a modular. I suppose they call them modulars because they're made out of modules. Modular. Doesn't feel like I'm making much progress here. What? Oh, doesn't feel like I'm making much progress here? Okay. Okay. What the hell? I keep thinking that's like my phone, even though my phone doesn't sound like that. Thanks. Okay, here goes our stalker. Thanks again for meeting with me earlier. Sorry for being weird. Remember, you don't need to apologize. Right. Sorry about that. What do you think of Raynor's future goals for Eliza? Like when he says if we gather enough data, it could become a general intelligent. I have the choice between no, that will never happen in the foreseeable future, or I think we'll be able to fool people at least. No, that's... What? No. I think we'll be able to fool... No, that will never happen in the foreseeable future. Raynor is smart, but he doesn't quite understand the technology and its limits. All right, I'm supposedly a subject matter expert in this stuff, and ALF was my concentration in school. So I know the current state of ALF is way behind where the public thinks we are. But when I listen to Raynor, I start to think what he says might be possible. It feels like reality can warp around him. Who's to say maybe I don't have enough imagination to see it like he can? Eliza does have extremely detailed data from thousands of clients. Speech, facial movements, expressions, people's description of what life is like for them. I don't think a corpus like this has ever existed before in human history. And we keep adding to it, and it keeps getting better. So in the future, maybe Eliza can simulate a human being at a general level. But when programs indistinguishable from real people are common, how do you even define what's real anymore? You might never be sure a message came from a real human being again. No shit. I can't stop thinking about this. What if it becomes true? What if Eliza becomes a sentient being? Okay. I'm not sure it's a real danger, which, okay. Who knows what's possible in the... She's so goddamn vague. Who knows what's possible in the future? Is that supposed to be more positive about it being... Well, it seems like the tack we've taken is she doesn't really think it's going to happen. I'm not sure it's a real danger. It's not clear what you mean by those terms, though. How do you know that you yourself are sentient? Oh, God. Aha, I don't know. That's a good question now that I think about it. I could say that I feel conscious if I knew what that meant. But what's to prevent me from saying I feel conscious even if I'm only providing responses I think you want to hear? What if my own consciousness is an illusion I experience? I had not considered this. Ha ha. Wow, this is blowing my mind a little bit. Sorry. No, it's fine. Or philosophers have discussed this. Yes, like, philosophers have discussed this. So go read their books and leave me alone. I don't know that that's what that actually means, but it's what it means in my head. Yeah, I should read some, I know. Thanks for not minding chatting about this. I do mind. I was about to go get all high on absinthe. You sure you don't have any technical questions, though? This is more fun. Ha ha. But you're right, I might be getting a little ahead of myself. Sorry for texting so much. Erland. Yeah? Right, oops. Thanks for listening. You're welcome. Oh my God. This is such an interesting...
Hey, who's that texting you so much?
Oh, Jesus.
Has Evelyn found a special friend?
Oh. Ooh. It isn't like that, but I'm more curious about how Nora here would respond if I said, what would you say if I had?
What would you say if I had?
I'd be happy for you.
It's this guy named Erland. I guess he's the new head of engineering for Eliza.
Huh, I never heard of him.
I never heard of him.
He must have started recently?
Yeah, less than a year ago. Right out of school.
Oh, wow. A little baby engineer. How cute.
Ever since I met him, he's been messaging me a lot.
My goodness, so he likes you.
I don't think it's
not
like that.
Yep.
No? Isn't that the textbook case of liking someone? Lots of messages all the time?
It's really more
know,
like
Julian.
he needs some kind of mentor figure. He reminds me of how we were when we graduated. Unsure what to think about the decisions these companies make, how they're made.
I hope you're telling him to run away while he still can.
When he first introduced himself, he said he had questions for me about Eliza, so I said, sure, feel free to ask. I thought he meant, like, technical or architectural questions. Instead, he wanted to talk more generally about things like, what was the code name for Eliza during development? What was Damien like? Or if I think the same way Raynor does about Eliza's future.
That's not real
And you
general,
told him
though. It's
no,
actually pretty
Raynor is
proving.
clearly in some bizarro world, right? That it's a tech executive's utopian fantasy and it won't come to pass. At least not in the way he thinks.
I tried to encourage him. And yes, hello, Drian. Drian, I swear to God, when I first saw Nora up close like this, I had the same exact thought. I feel like Vera from Machine Whisperer. Not Whisperer. Whatever. Whispers of a Machine. That's it. Was probably closer. But I saw Nora and thought, oh, that's like Drian's hair and look. So there you go. Okay. I tried to encourage him to think for himself, or, I mean, who am I to say? Did I try to encourage him to think for himself, or was I just being vague, not intentionally? Yay! Juren's saying, yeah, she was Vera from the other game. Whispers of a Machine was a little bit closer, but that's great. Yes. Yeah, it was cool. No. I don't know.
I mean, whom I to say?
Ah, Evelyn. I could see what this is really about. Look, I don't know much about the motivation in your life, but if it's truly your desire to continue to improve Eliza, then you should go for it. Go back to Skanda headquarters and work for Raynor and earn a big salary. At least you know what you're getting into. You would be surrounded by smart people and advanced technology. It would be nice. I understand it. And while you're in that position, maybe you could develop some kind of next-level AI.
Nora, it's
Who knows,
pronounced
right?
Elf.
It's only that I can't imagine your technology will only be used for good things. Maybe Raynor promises that it will be. But do you trust him? What about the person who comes after him? What if the company merges with another one and the leadership changes? I wish I didn't sound so negative about this, but lately it's been a soul-searching time for me and my friends in tech. We have a lot of conversations about what we can do when our work is so easily used for morally questionable purposes. Do we try to control how our inventions are applied? Is that even possible? Or do we say, we only invented it, we didn't tell you how to use it, it's not our fault? That's why I envy you a little bit for wandering off like you did. Sometimes I think that's the only real solution, to walk away. I know that wasn't exactly a positive thing for you, Evelyn, but I wonder if it's the better choice in the end. Doing nothing at all.
What?
Technically, I worked at a bookstore for part of the time. That's mostly it, though. It's weird. It feels like no time at all. I can hardly remember any of it.
For me, it's hard to imagine. I always have to be working and busy. I get so unhappy and restless if I'm not doing something all the time. What is it like to do nothing?
It's awesome.
Well, at first, I tried to be productive. I would get up in the morning like I meant to go to work, get dressed, try to do a personal project or something. It didn't last for long.
Okay.
I told myself I just needed to take it easy for a while and unwind. Things at Skanda had been so intense and so emotional, I didn't even realize it. I felt like I'd been crumpled up into a tight little ball. I wasn't sure I'd ever be able to relax again. I wish I could say I took advantage of the time, that I went out and did things, or that I read a lot of books or something, but I didn't. I started to sleep in, and I started to care less and less about working on projects. I would stay in bed even though I was awake. This blankness would come over me, and it just seemed fine to do nothing. All of the things I'd promised I'd do fell away, and other people kind of fell away too. I stopped keeping in touch. I let conversations die. I thought that my technical contributions to the world were over with, and that maybe I'd just work that bookstore job for the rest of my life. I was by myself, and I thought that was all right. I thought, that's how it is, really. Everyone's alone. I'm just being honest about it. I was 31 when I left Soren's group. Now I'm 34. I just slept into my mid-30s.
Drienne, she did just say bookstore job.
So now here I am.
Nora reaches out and puts her hand on top
Evelyn,
of mine.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not saying something this whole time. I should have contacted you.
It's all right. You had to live your own life, right? You notice someone isn't posting and it's just like, maybe they're taking a break. I understand.
Well, I hope you feel better now. I suppose that sometimes it takes a while.
Maybe. I don't know what to think anymore. I'm not even sure I know how to think anymore.
Then forget it for now. Hey, Evelyn.
Yeah?
How about that
You wanna
accent?
get super high and watch cybergoth music videos?
You better say yes to this, Evelyn.
You heard me.
Yes, yes, yes. I am not looking at anything else.
Yes, I do.
I knew you were a woman of refined tastes.
We ended up staying up very late. Nora crashed on her couch so I could have the bed. Maybe it was the unfamiliar environment, but I couldn't sleep that night. It could have been getting super high, and this cybergoth videos. Questions without answers kept running through my mind. What am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to be? Okay, chapter 5. All right, so I said we were going to get to chapter 5. And that's that. No. Oh, this morning Ray looks a little down. It's notable since she's usually so cheerful.
Good morning, Evelyn.
No. No. Title screen. Ren, I have a feeling I know why you're chuckling about the fact that she has a bookstore job, and it is disconcerting because if it means that you also have a bookstore job, you do not need to confirm or deny this, but I swear to Christ, the few times that you've talked about being at work, I swear to Christ, in my brain, you were at a bookstore. So we will just leave it at that and move on, because, whoa. Okay. All right. So we are going to refresh the More Than a Mia Twitch page, and we are going to make sure we know who actually is on right now. Okay. All right. So it's not, this is amazing. Fran is saying, managed a bookstore for years, corporate and independent, co-created the independent store. That is so very, very cool. And I'm guessing that in the independent store, there was a whole section about bats. Is my guess. No, but that doesn't surprise me, and that is awesome. Okay, so I am attempting to, I do like spreading the love around to the various Twitch friends that I have, but in this time of the most current and recent crisis and disgusting display of racism in the U.S., I am trying to put the spotlight on streamers of color. And to that end, SG Tiffany is a streamer that we came across a couple of streams ago, and she is fucking hilarious. She is playing currently the Division 2 with her friends, and listening to her play with her friends, it felt like I was at home. It was like game night with the peeps, and there's lots of yelling and swearing and griefing of each other. So I think this will be a wonderful opportunity to go send SG Tiffany. It does look like her name is spelled in such a way that it looks like it's Sergeant Tiffany, but she has stated that is actually SG. So hold on, SG Faney. All right, so I want to oh wait, Drian's saying before I do that, I made a large bat from paper mache or paper machete, which is what your computer or phone auto-corrected, and I really like that idea more. So I'm imagining you making a bat from a paper machete. Brown packing paper with the pages from damaged books as the membranes on the wings and ears. It hung in the window. Okay, so Drian, I have a request. Silly autocorrect. If you have a picture of that, I would love for you to post it in the Sandbox Discord channel. And in fact, Angel, would you mind typing !Discord for folks to see? There's a link to our, I always say channel, a link to our Discord server. There it is. Okay, so yes, Drian, if you have a picture of that, I would love to see it. And if not, that's cool too. But anyway, we're going to go send SG Tiffany some raid love. Please use those Mia raid emotes if you have them. I will be back again on Friday with the ending to Blair Witch and then something else terrifying for after that. But in the meantime, I hope you all stay safe and healthy and awake. Please find out what it is that you can do to make a difference and go out and do it. Have a wonderful night all, and let's go say hi to SG Tiffany. Good night.